Big Mama Prod's in studio. Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning.
And his girl tweeting like a motherfucker. Promoting the what? You got the wrong. You got the wrong mic on.
Oh, Jimmy's mic.
You want that one?
It's the one I use.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, man.
That one will just be left there like the silent mic.
Can't be giving out fucking reports like that. You can't just say that out loud. Jesus Christ.
I'm saying it because
you got a gag order on your life. I can't. You just announcing.
I'm saying that she's promoting your ass. That's good.
There's all kind of evil people that don't know that shit.
All right, I won't say the name.
Really? Thank you. No,
I wasn't going to say the name.
Does it matter? One bitch is tweeting things. Like,
oh, shit.
Well, how about this? The big comedy special tomorrow on Comedy Central.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to be elevated. Not up
Yes.
to the rarefied atmosphere, as said in Layer Cake, but just...
all I'm saying is everyone is helping promote.
Thank you.
All right, 10 o'clock tomorrow night on Comedy Central. Elephant in the Room, man. This special is great.
I had the pleasure of seeing this in advance. Ooh, in my theater.
You up? Really? You watched me in the Giant?
On an 11-foot screen, motherfucker.
I must apologize for my teeth. I really didn't. I didn't think I would get to a point where I thought I needed to fix my teeth, and it's just...
Why?
What's wrong with your teeth?
They're just... Like, because I said teeth, and I wanted to say teeth, but it's just not.
No, that fucking special is great. I had a tweet in the first 5 minutes. I was laughing my balls off. First 5 minutes. It's just strong, and it stays that way the whole fucking show. Funny shit. You're dealing out shit to people and they have no idea what to do. But it's fucking it's like endearing. Like you're pissing women off. You're pissing some bitches off in that audience. But the guys are howling, laughing. And the girls are laughing.
I've seen it. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to actually plug something. Yeah. Like, plug. I've done a lot of shit. I never watch what I get. At some point, I get sick watching myself do something. I watched this because I was editing it also. I watch this every time, and I watch it as a fan of watching it, then I got to step out and go, oh, shit, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm on top of my game on this special.
Absolutely.
I feel like I am. I feel it's just the right amount of cutesy horse shit. Right. And just the right amount of what I do. You know, I try to, because it is Comedy Central. Yeah. And, but there's a girl named Joanne, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I think it's Grugioni. I think how you say you pronounce it. But she's been, as a executive, very, 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 I have to give her credit, man. Yeah. Because she hasn't been a douche. She's been very
and that's
pushing.
all they have to do is not be a douche. Isn't that fucked up?
Well, she hasn't been.
Just don't be a douche.
She's been
great.
She's been very good about this. Because I think she's a fan. She likes my comedy, and she wants to see, because we talk a lot, and I trash a lot of comics to her, and I trash a lot of people that Comedy Central push, and so I'm like, what about this one? And if she thinks they're funny, she'll have that. We have a good rapport. She's not like acting like like a little punk. She's alright, man, and she don't let me scream at her and shit. And I like her. So what she did was, I gave her the first draft of what I was gonna do, but I was doing it in the clubs, and it was in Bananas, right? At
oh shit, Poughkeepsie.
At midnight. So I had to be funny and do the special, but I had to be funny in front of these fucking working class people in Poughkeepsie that they don't want to hear about my fucking I'm working out my special. Yeah. So I had to be really horrible. But Joanne fished through the shit and was like, "This is hilarious. So let's figure it out." And even the only thing that Standards and Practices did that bothered me is they let you say a lot of shit. So I didn't really you can't say fuck. You can't say pussy. But there's a lot of context, right? There was one thing, but they kind of fixed it where I was doing a bit about going in raw. Right. And they're like, well, they bleep raw. So I'm like, well, raw is,
this is pretty vague.
And they said, don't say stick it in. So I didn't say stick it in. You'll see me fucking seriously thinking sometimes in the special, or a little bobbling, because I'm getting ready to say, fucking ass cheeks.
Right.
And somebody just can't change it. But, all in all, man, I'm proud of it. But, some fucking club owner in Houston, not club owner, but he's a cool guy, but I'm like, remember that ice storm that was recently?
Yeah, how was that ice storm in Houston?
Fucking look at
you flew at the worst time possible.
Well, these motherfuckers in Houston, here's what killed me. Houston shut down that weekend.
Yeah.
People came out to see me. I was very happy with Houston, man. But people came out to see me despite the fact that Houston shut down for the threat, the idea that 2 inches of snow was coming.
Right. Well, that's how it is down in this place.
But it didn't fucking happen.
Right.
But the idea of it shut down
freaks out people.
Cabs, everything.
Sure.
So I'm sitting there, I called him the day before this ice storm. I called him and said, man, this is, trees were glistening. It looked like glass.
Yeah.
It looked like things were in glass.
Which means that shit's coming down on cars and power lines and people's heads.
I said, listen, can I reschedule? I said, my special. I said, listen, I thought it was an actual good. I go, my special was coming out, right? Let's reschedule for after. Then you probably get more people in the club.
Yeah.
He goes,
smart move.
He goes, nah.
Why a nah?
Specials mean nothing.
Because to him, it's
he didn't say that, did he?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
He actually said specials mean nothing.
Quote, end quote. Quote, end quote.
See, that
specials mean nothing.
That's because too many guys are getting specials.
He said Chelsea. He says Chelsea Handler means more. Like, I go, okay, that's great, but it just fucked my self-esteem up.
Yeah,
because it makes me go, how can I be excited about this fucking thing?
Yeah,
but the problem is he's sort of right. Let me explain. There's a lot of guys getting specials that don't. I mean, I'll turn on Comedy Central. I'm not going to call out anybody. And you see somebody go, I'm going to check out this guy, and it sucks. The specials suck. But yours is way better than that. You're not in their league.
But unfortunately,
hold on. Unfortunately, this guy has lumped you in that whole fucking league. That's the problem,
right? So, why wouldn't they though? Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So he's sort of right, unfortunately, as much as you want to get mad at him. But I mean, with that said, this special is going to do very well for you and Comedy Central.
The beginning's cool. You look all badass in that slow motion shit.
There's a douche chill moment,
motherfucker.
There's a douche chill moment in that fucking beginning.
Really?
Which I have to give my credit to my woman. She actually wrote the music.
Really?
Yeah, she did the music because they was asking me all kind of shit. What do you want? I said, fuck it. My girl writes music. Give it a shot.
She actually wrote the music. She didn't pick the song.
Any music that's on there, she wrote it.
She wrote it.
She produced it.
You are fucked if you break up.
More than wrote it. She composed, produced it. Whatever. Just her song.
She's a musician?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, plays guitar and shit.
Man. That's pretty cool.
She works hard
because the song is the music's really good.
So what's the douche chill moment?
When I look up, my hat's down, and I look up like, hey. It just made my stomach turn. But everybody vetoed me and said, "Oh, that's cool as shit."
Yeah,
but I'm like,
it plays good. For you to look at it, you can't step out of yourself and look at it.
But that's the only douche chill moment I had.
It looks pimp. You look fucking pimp on that. It's slow motion. And you got your fucking sharp hat on and shit. It works. It definitely works.
They did. And the thing is, I never wanted to do one of those do-it-yourselfers.
Yeah.
And some people do a do-it-yourselfer and it works out well. I think Little Kev did a do-it-yourselfer and it was big. And Cat Williams did a do-it-yourselfer. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many do-it-yourselfers work out.
Yeah.
But Comedy Central paid for this shit. So
makes it a little
I'm
easier.
hoping that they trying to get their investment back. You know what I'm saying?
No, it looks good. It's funny as fuck, man. Really funny. And I've seen you quite a few times in the clubs and stuff. And I mean, still, when you're telling a story, right when you think you know where that fucker's going, you'll say 2 words that just take it in another hilarious direction. Like, it's not expected. No one expects you to say it. You say it, and it's like, oh, fuck. You absolutely assumed you were going somewhere. You go somewhere else, and it's fucking hysterical. Yeah. Really good. Really good.
I was at the taping, too. The women were enjoying it as well.
Yeah.
They really were.
I've been doing this shit for years. There's ways where I can attack women and divide the audience.
I've seen you vicious. This one wasn't as vicious.
No, only the material was vicious.
Not my
attitude. I put some cherry flavor in a little bit of it.
Right, you softened it up a little bit,
just a little bit,
so they could digest it.
But
Absolutely,
this was stuff that you can't get by. Like women just don't like anything that has to do with cheating.
Right.
But you know what?
They don't want to hear it.
They didn't want to laugh, but you made them laugh. That's important. And they were fucking laughing that day, man. How much weight did you lose fucking doing the special? I saw you backstage, and you were drenched from the lights and the whole fucking thing. Plus, you had the hot jacket on.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad, though. I ended up...
Like, how do you guys deal with that? Do you fucking just have two outfits?
You have to always bring two outfits.
Yeah.
And then, you have those towels on stage, and I don't move much.
Do they use most of it from the first show, or do they mix and match?
No.
See, that's what people don't understand.
The show you was at?
Yeah.
There's a piece of it.
That's it. The second one was the one.
The second one was the one.
The first one was all right, man.
The first one was great. I wanted to use the first one.
Really?
Because it was a lot more of what I want to. Because I always like to put across that you don't have to be funny every second of your time on stage.
Exactly.
So it was a lot of good moments. A lot of good audience moments, but they put the second one is the prevalent one, and it's only one thing they use from the first one, and then it's the whole second.
I remember we were all talking. You going, look, now go out there for the second show and just have fun because you nailed it.
And that's why I did a lot of cursing in the second show because I thought I had the first.
Yeah, and now it turns out they didn't even use most of the first. That's unbelievable. This fucking thing's gonna do well, man.
The first has some behind the scenes. I put some extras from the first show.
The extras on the DVD are hysterical, and you lay into that fucking chick in the
I'm surprised they let me put that.
Oh, is that great?
I put a boot in her stupidity. And that guy she was with,
did she have to
tweeted me and says, dude, she's exactly how
you represented her.
Yeah.
Did you have to get her to sign something?
Everybody signed something.
That was on camera?
But it was so egregiously attacking her that
she didn't know what she was signing.
You come in, they have the thing, this is a TV taping, but people who were kind of featured, they wanted to get the sign. Yeah, she almost didn't sign, but
she was shell-shocked.
Still could have used that whole thing. Because you are the property of this thing when you come in.
Once you walk in, really. I guess they just do that for extra protection.
And she could have been on it. I actually was pushing for that part because it was just somehow I found her face. Everybody was having a good time, and she just had
that
ultra not having a good time face.
Right.
And so the kid she was with goes, I go, you guys together? Or and he goes, look at her. And I go, oh, okay. So the crowd went, ooh. He said it wrong. He should have been like, look at me.
Look at me,
thought he was trying to say she's so much better than him. And I was like, I think she got a funny shaped head. I thought you meant you.
Yeah.
You're a good looking kid. And then we explain it, but then it's like he's trying to friend zone his way into some ass. And then I go off, but it's in the extras, man. Yeah. And they took care of me with the DVD. I'm looking at it for the first time.
Rolling. Oh, really?
I envisioned it differently, but I'll take this.
Really?
Because usually comedy CDs are horse shit. It's wrapped. It's in that special. It's in a cardboard slide in, so the actual DVD.
A sleeve,
a sleeve. You have to slide it out. Then cut it.
It feels like a real DVD.
It's DVD-ish.
Yeah.
It is. They hooked me up.
You know what?
I still had a different thing. I wanted to move it in my face, and I do a dance.
Little hologram on there or some shit.
I got the Social Networking DVD at home, and it's the same packaging. So they packaged it the right way.
I'm
properly.
very happy with
the picture,
Comedy Central. I'm very happy with the special. I'm very happy with the fucking people that did it. I'm excited. I just hope people, get a chance to watch it.
Well, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock on Comedy Central, we all got to tweet the hell out of this. Let's push this, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You should tweet during the special, maybe.
I probably won't watch it.
Oh, really?
I'll probably just I'll just sit around like in a in the fetal position, just like hoping I don't have to get on a plane to Albany.
You ever You ever, when you're on TV, you kind of pace around your apartment and just keep looking at the clock and go, okay, I'm on right this second. All right. Now it's 12:35. Okay, it's safe to watch TV again.
Yeah,
it's safe to watch TV. Huh?
And then you sit around, but it's happened to me.
You kind of just walk around like knowing you're on and a lot of eyes are watching you and you just don't want to deal with that. And then it feels way better when you know you're finally off the TV.
I've never had a moment where, like, I don't know what to. I really want this thing to push
you forward.
But I've done a million things that after it's on, you go, okay, now
what?
Now
what?
how does famous happen?
Yeah.
Now what happens?
Yeah,
Somebody calls you and says you're famous?
Yeah, shouldn't the phone start ringing right about now?
When does famous happen?
Does it happen like right after? Or?
When do you realize that fame's not happening? Like 3 days later and the phone's still not ringing?
When you're walking around and nobody says, I saw you last night. When you go into Marshalls and no one gives a shit.
Will you walk around Sunday hoping that people like just go, well, Patrice.
I need a bodyguard to go to church. It's like, no.
Are you going to make believe you just have errands to do and just kind of get a feel?
I've seen it happen to Cat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
His special came on and
boom.
Kaboom. I've seen it happen to Ron White.
Really?
It's happening to Whitney Cummings.
Are those Comedy Central specials, though?
The biggest Comedy Central buzz I've ever heard.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was going to ask.
Was
who got pushed way forward because of a Comedy Central special?
I would say Joe Coy.
Okay.
I would say Mike Birbiglia's special pushed him forward.
Okay.
I don't know about Billy. Billy's kind of like me in a sense. I think Billy has a lot more followers, I think, but I think Billy has a body of work. So he's in there. But I don't know if Billy had a pop special. I'm not sure. Charlie Murphy had one. Charlie Murphy's popped on Dave Chappelle and then he popped in the special. But Joe Coy, if you say somebody that went from 0 to 60,
you said it pushed forward.
Is Joe Coy, I think, and then Mike Birbiglia got a following.
All right, so you're going to be the next one. This has to work for you, man.
Look at the watch.
I'm serious, dude. I'm really.
This has to happen for you because you.
And I'm never like that.
You had to come out of retirement a mere 3 weeks into it. I was talking to Patrice the other day. I was in a cab. I said, I fucking got to catch up with Patrice. It's like, Dad, dude, I'm out of retirement. I'm like, how can you be out of retirement? You've been in it for 3 weeks.
He miscalculated.
I miscalculated. I thought I had enough money to quit for the rest of my life.
And you figured out after 3 weeks you don't. Most people figure that out.
A couple of years of sailing around the world. You're like,
and you go, fuck, I just ran out of my money.
I miscalculated my retirement.
3 weeks of sitting at home.
You didn't even get the sale or nothing. What did you do in retirement, by the way?
Oh.
You were officially retired, so what'd you do? Some people take up golf, like Ant said. Some sail the fucking world or the Caribbean. Did you take a road trip? What'd you do?
Can I please apologize to anybody who works a slave driving type of job where I'm serious, anybody who works a job where they cannot be depressed and take off enough time to get their fucking spirit back.
One of those jobs you take one day off and your whole life falls apart. Dude, you're like, oh fuck, I can't pay for anything
through
now.
what I felt.
Right.
I just was tired of living for 4 months, dude. I'm telling you. And I took that time off and I ate a lot better because I wasn't on the road.
Right.
So I just was drinking fruit juice vegetable juice and eating good food and cooking and chilling out, watching my ceiling fan, playing with my iPad, playing Angry Birds, getting 3 stars on Angry Birds, every level, motherfucker.
I'm in that club, brother.
Boom, just playing and just.
And imagine having to go through that, but you have to go to a job.
But you have to go to work.
You have to go to work.
So if I ever disrespected anybody who works, because I was really shut in, closed the door, me and my dogs depressed. Because dogs, you just they just are what you are. So I slept all day, they slept all day. And really? Feed them out of a can with a spoon.
You're eating out of a can with a spoon?
If you saw me on Christmas, my mother came up, thank God, but if you saw me on Christmas and they filmed me on Christmas, you would have cried for me.
What happened?
I'm telling you, it was like a scene maybe from Taxi Driver.
Really?
I'm fucking just...
Paint the picture, brother.
A goddamn orange, empty. Okay, where you buy, there's certain kind of juice that when you open it, you have to take a little plastic piece off and flip it. They were all over the ground. just these round things that you take off of orange juice top rings all over the fucking ground. Sneakers on the couch. The shade open. All day, all night, the shade is open. Didn't take the dogs out. They just went on my balcony, and they were shitting all over the balcony. It took me a minute to fucking clean that up. A couple of snowstorms later, I finally got to clean my balcony. My girl cleaned my house one day, and she goes, how did piss get behind the toilet? Like, behind the toilet. I go, I don't know. I just would get up sad and I was just feeling sorry for him. I was peeing on the wall, I guess.
Like,
I would pee until I heard water.
That middle of the night pee.
Yeah, and when I heard water, I peed. I just went in there. It was, didn't change the sheets. I'm telling you, Houston, I came out of retirement in Houston. Saturday, people got the best show, but I never try to give a bad show. But Saturday, I felt good. I actually go, okay, I could do comedy again.
Yeah.
But I think it was all anxiety. It was sadness. It was a lot of feeling sorry for myself. But I started going, man, I had to come to the conclusion I'm depressed. I was like, I'm depressed.
Yeah, obviously
I'm fucking a mess.
Being depressed.
Diabetic. My hair, I was walking down the stairs, and, I used to run downstairs. Like, to be in fear. It sucks. Like I'm tipping-toe down the stairs going, oh, oopsie. Oh, boy. Oh, if I fall.
Shit.
Something's going to happen bad. So I'm walking down the stairs like an old bitch. I need the fucking life alert bracelet shit. Because I'm fucking just.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, I just got depressed, man. I just got horribly sad.
But you know where it came from.
It came from
because some people it just comes out of nowhere and they're like and they gotta go through therapy to find out where it is.
After I did my special,
after
my special, I just didn't. I was like, okay, I'm done. I tell you what it is. I started thinking about the past, and I've done a Showtime special. I've done countless TV shows, a few movies, HBO, which was the biggie, a half-hour HBO, still to this day. I mean, no offense to Comedy Central, but if you talk to any comic, the cachet of doing an HBO,
that's the
1 hour or a half hour,
goal, right?
It just is what it is. I mean, you can't, let's be honest,
that's
but no offense to Comedy Central, but it is what it is. And I did a Comedy Central special. Countless little 5 minutes on this show and that. And I've never been able to really close out some material. So it's always like it closes out for me. But I never, I started, you know what it was? I started, the depression came from, I started having a talk with God. Like, what am I going to, give me a fucking break, guy.
Oh, shit.
Like, for real, like, I need a break. Because, for real, I was listening to this Brooke Shields interview last night. I was listening to two things last night. I always, on the iPad, some shit we was talking about, some racial shit we was talking about. And then Brooke Shields, he's just on understanding me. I said, why is this bitch saying this shit? She don't know me.
Right.
We met on the motherfucking show.
You talked for an hour. A total of an hour.
She's like, yes, he's destructive. But that's why my shit's fucked up. Because Brooke sized me the fuck up as my own worst enemy.
And she really feels like she knows you. Even though she hasn't spent a lot of time with you.
And this is not trashing her because I like the lady. Because she doesn't get to know. That's the fucking phoniness of Hollywood. And when I'm acting like an asshole, I'm trying to keep me from being an ass. I'm hiding.
You're hiding.
But she kept pressing. Right? So people are sitting around like it's a goddamn Indian storytelling time, right? This is what she's talking about the first 5 days I'm on set. And everybody's like, oh my goodness, Brooke, I'm doing the pepper lemon cleanse. And people are like, You know,
oh, no.
the pepper lemon. Oh, I heard. And I'm sitting in the corner going, this horse shit in my head.
Yeah.
Looking like a fat ogre, right? But an angry Shrek, not a nice Shrek.
But you're trying to keep it together because you know if you say anything, it's not going to be good for you or your career.
So, but she read the energy. See, what she was right about was my energy of distance, right?
Right.
Which ultimately is destruction.
You're not going to jump in and be like, so the lemon.
Yeah, it's just I'll end up making myself look bad. But she ends up pressing and finally going, I'm sure Patrice is very interested in this. It's like, oh, okay. Everybody's around, directors. I go, yes, Brooke, I've been interested in your shits since Suddenly Susan.
So you couldn't help yourself. How is that going to help your career?
But that is what that turned her.
Right.
Then we're best friends. And all the people are like, he's an asshole. Can't say it no more.
Yeah.
But that's Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was mad at this whole Mel Gibson off of what you call 2.
Yeah, the movie he was supposed to do and they threw him off.
Hangover 2.
Hangover 2.
Because I know Hollywood. People in Hollywood don't make their own decisions. No camera guy and grip girl makes a decision to stand up to Mel Gibson unless someone gives them, power to do so.
Right.
So ultimately, to go back to the original story I'm telling, it's like, look, I just have expectations for this, and I guess my depression was, what am I going to do after comedy? What has comedy taught me that I could do something else other than comedy? If this doesn't help,
this
doesn't help, I'm like, what can I?
But that's the great mystery.
It's not a mystery, but that's what we talked about. It's radio. If these fucking guys would wake up, Patrice would be a great radio host.
I'm tired of the grind.
Yeah,
because it's like, you know what it is. I feel like sometimes, and I'm not boo-hooing, but listen. I chose what I chose. You chose what you chose, people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody's out there that's breaking a knuckle and they go, what the fuck is he talking? It's like, hey, man, I chose what I chose. So you can be sad if you want to. And I know I never feel sorry for myself, but I like to close out material. That's it. It's like, during my my Comedy Central special, I was doing all of that 9/11 shit. Really good 9/11 shit. And I was doing the Pepsi Cola Rapist at that time.
Right.
Which was one of my biggies. So I was like,
one.
damn, I would have loved to just each level get to ride a wave of popularity based on some shit that I did. But I never got to do that. So I'm thinking if this in proper form, if this just goes, yay, it's out and whatever, I can't take getting on a plane again.
Oh,
my
God.
My feet swelling up.
Starting to think about
I'm in a fucking hotel, and then you go out, and your audience isn't there. Because right now I'm very viable in about 7 cities, and I get the same people. So it's pressure. Another thing that's pressure on me is that I put myself in a position to have to always have some new shit.
Yeah,
a little bit of
same
not
people
new,
showing up.
Right, and I'm not like, I do audience work and all that shit.
Yep.
So I have to have some energy, man. So it's like about 7 cities, they really take care of me. But then you go to a place and it's, I said Albany, nothing against Albany, but I went there and it was 5 people in the audience at one point. I'm like, what the fuck?
But you don't think, let's say, you pop to the next level. You don't think there's a grind there that is exactly the same as this one, only different?
Welcome to the layer cake, son.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the rarefied atmosphere, but I would take a little less shit.
Yeah, but
less shit.
If the grind means performing in front of a lot more people, then it makes it a little more bearable.
It makes it better because
if you're walking into arenas like Dane Cook has been doing the last few years, it makes it a little easier.
You don't think he sits
grind.
there and goes like, "Motherfucker"?
Oh, I'm sure. No matter what you do, there's a grind to it. But if all of a sudden you're getting off a fucking private plane and you're getting in a car and jumping right to the arena and there's 15,000 people, it makes it a little easier than some of these clubs that you think you're doing well in and there's no one there, like you said about Albany.
And I'm not an average guy though. I'm not like some guy that's chasing glory. I just want to be able to walk anywhere. And because I
just want a little push forward.
I'm thinking to myself, here's what it is. It's like, how can anybody not know me who follows comedy? But I looked at the thing where Norton got to Jesse Ventura when he was blasting Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
900,000 people saw that video. 800,000 was like, who's this little asshole talking to Jesse?
They still think it's either me or Ant.
They don't know. They didn't know Norton. No, so I'm sitting there going, there's 800,000 motherfuckers going, fuck this little piece of shit. Who is he?
I'm glad you brought that up because that amazes me too. With everything that Jimmy's done with his career and that video, they hate Jimmy. You know the fucking conspiracy guys.
Trash Jimmy
and the Jesse fans, but they think it's me. They think it's Anthony. And then some will go, who is this little bald fuck? I mean, it's brutal, actually.
There's 800,000 people at one pop that doesn't know
it's
Jim Norton that follows comedy.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, it is.
So that's all the shit you think of.
But if this special is good, you're going to be cursed because then it's going to force you to get back on the road.
Yeah, but
people are going to want to like see the guy from the special now.
Well, here's what I'm hoping it does. Just brings those people out. Just brings...
A little more?
My people, though. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm realizing, my people don't pay. My people have kids, and they can't afford babysitters and $10 drinks. My people, and the biggest comics in the world all have a people. Like, if you look at any comic who's a big time seller, except for like Seinfeld, because he's Seinfeld,
right?
He doesn't just have all Jews come to see him.
No.
But I'm sure a lot of Jews come to see him. But Larry the Cable Guy, 60,000 rednecks. Ron White, 60,000 older rednecks. Mm-hmm. Little Kev, all black people. Mm-hmm. Joe Coy, all Koreans who want to laugh. And Russell Peters, all Asians, Indian, China, everybody goes to see Russell Peters. The biggest comics, and Dane Cook had all collegey young white kids. Yeah. So I'm like, well, who the fuck am I going for? Fucking who's the people that's gonna go, this Patrice is the guy. And this girl at Comedy Central goes, I think men. I go, yeah, but you'll never let that happen. You'll never let men galvanize to be an audience. Mm-hmm. But I'm not just for men. I'm for men with their women.
Right.
So couples, I'm a couples guy. I don't think that even fucking... what does that do?
You're not going to get the couples. You're not going to get the couples. I mean,
First dates?
I was at the taping and Ann saw it. We got to slow down a little bit. I mean, the women enjoyed it, but that's going to be a tough sell long term.
So
I think you're sort of cursed because you have the O&A crowd, which is a great comedy crowd, but then you also have the black crowd, which is a great.
You have a really diverse audience.
So it's a little.
And black people are just finding out about me, by the way, in the last 4 years.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about?
What is that?
I because it's like I'm fair. So,
okay.
people like to be, it's like, little Kev is funny. Kev is funny, but it's so definitively black, but not blacker than Cat. Mm-hmm. Kevin is filling a void right now.
But you get the black.
But Cat was, niggas, man.
Yeah.
I have to say, Cat was... Now, Chris Rock has a very interesting audience, man. Chris Rock has everybody.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And a lot of black people. But see, Chris Rock snuck into black later too. He was a mixed guy.
Yeah.
And then he got black. He got black in '98 when he said, "Nick, I ain't afraid of black people. I'm afraid of niggas." When he did that,
pushed him.
He
forward,
fucking that was it.
Hey, what kind of black people you got?
Chris Rocky. I got fair black people, man. Mm-hmm. Fair.
But you don't got some of those.
If I say Obama's, go ahead. Sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead.
Go ahead, you hit your arm, motherfucker. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
I'll be forgetting.
No, I was just black audiences, and Chris Rock sort of has kind of the I can't describe it, like a safer black audience. How would you?
No, he has retired gangsters.
Yeah,
he has.
So
has
what is
black people that? I think. Look. I had to get
I didn't know there were levels of black audiences. Is what
look, when I first came to New York, I would go to Brooklyn and Queens and just get yelled at because I would be.
You weren't black enough.
But I was black enough. I wasn't black enough for. It's drones though. They get used to a rhythm.
They just want to hear, white man crazy, that shit. But
and I'll say white people are crazy, but I'll say it like, let's talk about for real, white people are crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like white people phones work, and black people, you know, white people when they move, and it's funny. Look, black people when they move. Like here's a classic that you've heard. I've heard 6 motherfuckers say. Black people, when white people move, they move in the daytime with a truck. And or no, when they go on vacation.
Oh, vacation.
White people go on vacation and go, goodbye, everybody, I'm going on vacation. But here's the key to my house and feed my fish or whatever. Billy, what's up, Billy?
Hey, Bill.
Come on, guys.
Bill Burr, what's up, bro?
Burr.
How are you?
There he is.
And this is an expert on nigga rooms right here. Bill got more nigga room experience than I do. Like straight gangster room like that.
Yeah.
So, but it'll go be like, when black people move out, we got to move. When we vacation. When we got a vacation, we got to leave at 12 midnight. So motherfuckers don't see us leaving. Which is, it's fine, but it's a rhythm. It's a way to be. And black people, another thing white people do that's interesting is they have their favorite jokes too.
Right.
Like you didn't do the one about the black people. If they see you last week and you say the same shit last week that you said this week, nigga.
Yeah, what the fuck, you lazy bastard.
Motherfucker.
Write something new.
Say some new shit, nigga.
Really?
Like, it's like the idea of art and bombing, and it's just not there. Yeah. But there was a few guys that were experts at it. I'm going to tell you who's great. The greatest black room comic I've ever seen, too. Mike Epps and fucking Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
The two greatest black room performers in the history of the planet that I've ever seen live.
Wow.
Amazing. But I'm getting them now because I did Def Jam. I did a little of this. They're coming now, and it's a very specific. But I just don't like people yelling at me.
How hilarious is that coming out of his mouth?
Yeah.
I like people waiting their turn to talk.
Yeah, like I don't wanna fucking like not while I'm working some shit out. Like you just sit there. White people will sit there and take it
and check it out.
Yeah.
Listen, we got to cut this short because we got an extremely busy day. But we want to make sure people watch Patrice's special tomorrow, 10 o'clock at Comedy Central. It's going to be awesome.
I want to plug this more.
Yeah, no, we're going to plug it all morning. Don't worry. Bill Burr joining the program.
I want to plug this strange plastic in the middle. My shit's not hard enough to open. I don't like it.
Yeah, it should be really
it's pretty hard to open. No,
you should need something besides your fingers. You need keys.
I need a razor blade. You know, this shit is. What is this cheap plastic they use? This is recycled.
Oh, and Patrice is on Fallon tonight. Very cool. Jimmy Fallon tonight. Right. Patrice O'Neill will be on there. No, we got to take a break because Triple H is going to be here in like 15 minutes. Then we got William H. Macy and Bill Burr just arrived, so we want to reset a little bit.
This was February, motherfucker. You niggas don't care about shit.
We care.
This was
we're overbooked today for some reason. We got way too many people coming in.
A lot of white guys here today.
So, but Comedy Central tomorrow night, 10 o'clock.
Two bills.
What's the name of the special, Patrice?
It's Elephant in the Room, and not because of my weight.
No, that's it.
I wanted to call it 800-pound gorilla, but I didn't think anybody'd be able to
separate.
Focus. They won't focus.
Nothing.
The fucking.
Hey, we're on. Oh. Bill Burr in studio. Show continues during the break. Fucking. I don't even know where to go. First of all, Patrice, I almost brought Bill Burr to a hockey game, but it didn't work out because his Bruins were playing my Islanders last night. So I gave him the heads up. I was hoping to bring him to that horrible arena, the fucking Coliseum.
I like that place.
So we were talking about hockey a little bit, and then Patrice had to pipe in and just say hockey sucks.
Yeah,
Patrice just not a fan of hockey at all.
One thing I do, I try to have a small bit of knowledge about something to say something.
And I'm scared to even bring it up because you're the type of guy that probably would be able to convince me that hockey sucks. You're that strong with your opinion.
It's not a popular game.
We're going to leave here and go, you know what? Why do I
it's
follow
not a
hockey?
Popular game.
It's just not a popular game.
It's kind of popular.
No one cares.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
No
it isn't popular. You go up into Canada, and it's like the fucking second coming of Christ, but nobody knows.
It's on money up there.
What's going on?
It cracks me up. You go to Canada, you turn around some of their bills, and there's like a hockey game going on.
It's the same soccer argument.
Money.
No, we know 40 billion people. We know everybody on the planet Earth loves soccer.
Right.
Right.
Not America.
No.
That's it. It is what it is. I mean, why argue?
Hockey needs to do a couple things if you want to get into it.
Let's make hockey popular. Let's figure.
I can do it right now. Hockey needs they need to accept the fact that they're a rogue sport. For the last 30 years,
you're not baseball.
All they've done is try to appease people who aren't going to continue to not watch hockey. No true hockey fan ever had a problem with the fights, never had a problem with the barbaric. Never had a problem that there was.
That's it.
I love people that go, there's 2 halftimes. Like, mathematically, that even makes sense. It's just like, you're fucking retards. You don't get the game. You've never been to a game live. It's the worst game to watch on TV. Mm-hmm. You have to watch, like, 5 feet to the left of your TV screen to figure out what isn't even being televised, that there's a line change. People are like, why did he just dump the puck and just stop? Because, believe it or not, skating at full speed for 90 seconds, you get a little winded.
Yeah, you're exhausted.
And you need some other guy. Like, people just, they don't get it. Why do they let them
fucking
fight?
Amazing.
What Bill is saying, they dump the puck so they can fucking change the players out.
That is fucking great.
You just nailed it. And
it's like somebody who never boxed before and go, this guy's a pussy. It's like, dude, just stand and throw punches at air for 20 seconds and see how tired you are.
Fucking huffing and puffing.
Yeah.
Just to go with your point, too, they've been trying to make it, family friendly, too. Stop.
With the mascots and those ice whores skating out to clear off the ice.
Well,
it's horrific.
Yeah, but they could have those outfits a little fucking skimpier, trust me. But when I was growing up, when I was growing up, though, I was a little kid enjoying the fighting. It didn't bother me. So why all of a sudden we have to,
But that's everything, though. You got to be fair.
No, we don't have to be fair because
why are they letting everything be like this, though? Why is rated R so fucking horrible nowadays?
But just focusing on his point, if they accept they're a rogue sport, you're going to keep the people you got. There's people that are leaving the sport because they're like, this is not what I want in my hockey.
So they're not bringing in. What did they change?
They're not bringing in enough people, and some of the old school guys are leaving because they're like,
this is what they did.
Other than fighting, what's different?
This is what they did. This is what they did.
You can't touch the goalie when he fucking leaves the crease. That used to be scary as shit for these goalies.
This is what killed them. It was the combination of those Canadian teams coming down south, and then they added like 5 teams down south, like in Tampa, Florida, Nashville, Phoenix, and then you had regular teams that you knew what they looked like. They all changed their uniforms drastically. Like the Sabres went from like blue and gold to black and red and white. And it looked like you were watching the IHL, that whole era. It was terrible. And then you also had the left wing lock, the clutch and grab you. There was a 10-year brutal fucking period. Not to mention the NHL always makes brilliant moves like, well, we have a deal with ESPN, but the USA Network offered us more money. Let's go to that one.
Versus here in New York.
Yeah, they do that.
I don't even know where
shit.
Versus is, and I like hockey.
Hockey gets the same coverage as high school women's golf.
No, it's. And I can't even argue it.
It's fucking.
And they have other things. Like NBA is one of the greatest games ever hyped, and the last 3 minutes takes like 58 minutes to timeout, foul, timeout, TV timeout. And like that whole game ends with people like taking unguarded shots. Like watching the Lakers-Celtics championship last year, where I watched the Lakers win a championship from the fucking foul line. Where one they call like 38 fouls to 17 on the other because the ref doesn't like Rashid. And has like these personal grudges. Like the NBA is fucking. I think the NBA
is hinged on right there.
I think the NBA is absolutely filthy. It's fixed.
He's not. Dude,
they had a ref with mob ties.
He's not
busted.
Off on this.
And don't you think if you were on that officiating crew, you'd notice like, gee, Mark's calling it kind of close tonight. Gee, he's really letting them play. Like you wouldn't be able to pick up on it.
Don't look at me. I'm not going to jump in. It makes me sick.
The NBA loves big market teams being in the finals, and it seems to happen every year.
I don't think they should have anything where there's 8-foot niggas controlled by 4 feet white guy. It can't be fair, and that's how I feel about it.
Not since 1865.
I'm just saying, somebody who's not intimate, because Rasheed Wallace's mother said, "My baby is 6'11", and he's mean." But he's not a horrible person. These guys don't know how to deal with him. They're scared of him. And I understand that. What's his name with the bowling ball shoulders? Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
He got a great smile, but physically this motherfucker's king Kong, man. And it's a scary guy. But here's the reason I'm not into basketball anymore. I was a basketball.
You were a big basketball guy.
I'm a basketball in my blood, but I'm not. It's not like it used to be. I loved basketball. But what happened is guys coming out of high school ruined it for me, because I used to follow guys coming from high school, then they play 4 years of college,
play a little college,
then it's like a story,
yeah, right?
And I just stopped caring. Like now, it's a freshman. You get a great freshman. He comes into college and
the neck tattoos did it for me.
Neck tattoos.
That kind of turned me, because we thought about it one day, and I'm like, when did I stop following basketball? And I said, you know what? I think when they introduced the neck tattoo, for some reason, I just couldn't relate to these guys at all anymore.
I also don't like when you dunk a ball and then you stand at baseline going, oh! and thumping your fucking chest like you just ripped down a building. It's just so fucking, like, the worst one ever was Pau Gasol when he was a complete pussy in 2007. They actually drew a cartoon of him as the Tin Man, like he had no heart. It was fucking hilarious. And then, like, the next year in, like, December, he decides to show up. After choking in the finals, he dunks a couple of times, right? And then he starts thumping his chest. It's like, dude, it's a game in December.
Yeah, let's relax.
I can't.
It's not May yet.
Wow.
Yeah,
all of that. That's another reason why I like hockey is if you do something like that, someone will beat the shit out of you. And all they have to do is sit down for 5 minutes. It's like, I find hockey, there's a justice to it.
Right.
Where the cunts get what's coming to them.
And they all understand each other. Like, the refs know these guys got to fight, and they make sure it's a fair fight, unless it's the Penguins and the Islanders like last week.
Or a guy like Matt Cook.
Matt Cook is the dirtiest player in the league, and Mario Lemieux is just yipping.
He always bitched when he played. It keeps up like this, I'm going to retire.
Well, that's what he said recently.
I'm going to take my stick and go home.
Someone in the paper today said, does he even play his own fucking video game, where you could blow off the hockey part of the Mario Lemieux hockey game and go right to the fighting?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
And you get more points if you punch the guy in the head in the video game.
And he's crying about it.
Yeah, give me the paper.
And the Penguins have had some of the most filthiest people in history. This is the brilliance of that franchise. I was saying this during the break, is not only can they spot the Crosby before anybody else, but they signed the Ulf Samuelsson, Matt Cook, I'm going to blow out your fucking leg, so they don't have to worry about their stars going down.
Sure.
Dude, that Matt Cook dude is filthy.
He's dirty. Listen.
Filthy.
So Mario bitched about the Islanders and Penguins game. If you're a sports fan, you understand that, okay? So Phil Mushnick, who I'm not really a fan of,
but he's such a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, he certainly is. The guy hates sports. We say this every time. So why is he writing about it? Why don't you go find another fucking thing to write about? He goes, funny thing though, one day the kids in the neighborhood dumped the Mario Brothers video games for Mario Lemieux hockey. Just one look, they love that video game. Not that they all were hockey fans. Okay. As a sideshow, Mario Lemieux hockey had a fighting mode. The kids could skip the hockey, click straight to the fighting mode. The Mario Lemieux video game even scored the fights knockout punches to players' heads worth the most. with the head worth the most.
That figures.
Yeah, so there you go.
Good old Phil Mushnick.
As long as he took a few bucks for putting his name on that game.
Didn't the strike do something bad to hockey?
Yeah, that was awful.
Lockout up every sport.
Yeah, when you cancel an entire season and people aren't watching already, that kind of affects it.
But I didn't.
Tonight, Tampa versus Nashville.
when they were striking though, it was so big it hit my ear. Meaning the news of it.
Right.
Like I didn't pay attention to hockey, but I knew it wasn't a bad. I knew it more.
It got more.
Put it this way,
it wasn't on.
I fucking knew more names than Ovechkin and Crosby or whatever. Sidney Crosby. Hockey was in the conversation, and then that fucking strike happened, and I'd never heard of hockey again.
Someone is saying the ratings have gone up every year since the lockout for the NHL. I'm not sure if that's true.
I think the hockey
is that true?
Hockey is actually great right now, but there were certain things like I don't like that they got rid of the red line. I thought they should
I love that
they should have just called it an illegal defense. With the left wing lock, you can't bring that forward up. He has to stay up in forecheck. Then you'd have those great rushes again. You'd have the 3-on-2s, the 2-on-1s, and then they just decided to get rid of it. And it's now trying to watch it on TV, you get like whiplash.
I felt like it just opened up the whole fucking game, though, man. These guys got way too quick and way too big to deal with that red line shit.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. I have no idea.
I love that they changed that rule, but whatever. I know. What does it matter?
Patrice is like, hockey stinks.
You just hate hockey?
I don't hate hockey. No. Did
you see the Winter Classic?
That when they played outside in Pittsburgh?
Cool.
Exactly.
Fucking they played on
Did
the
you
moon.
see 24/7 on HBO?
I heard it was phenomenal.
The 24/7 on HBO was great, man.
I'm sorry.
To see these guys.
There's no reason to apologize.
That's all right.
I'm just saying sorry because I like to be open to things. I like to be open to things that people love a lot. And I go, I try to watch. I used to, like I told you, I used to sell peanuts and popcorn at the Garden. And I would go, please somebody tell me about hockey. And I learned there's offsides, there's certain things. And I think a lot of not liking a game is you don't know the rules.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know some of the rules of why this guy is shooting by himself against the goalie. Or why there's no goalie. Like, if you don't know, you go, the goalie's missing.
You know, it's great.
You just are lost. But if you know the game and strategy, any game is good.
The goalie have to take a leak?
You know what kills me is every 4 years when the Olympics come around, I pray that Al Michaels doesn't have to explain the entire game, and he always does.
Always.
That's offside. When a player without the puck goes over the blue line, that is called icing. Sometimes it is waved off. You're just going like, is it ever going to catch on?
The javelin is self-explanatory.
Imagine if every game they had to explain baseball.
Oh, God.
Instead of a ball, they use a puck.
Explain baseball to me. That's another sport. I don't give a shit. The baseball class, hey, they playing baseball in fucking Spain. It's just a boring game.
Not a fan of baseball as much as I used to be.
It just bores me to tears. And I know it's talented. I know you got to be talented.
You know what baseball is good for? It's better in these days than it was in the old days when you just had, like, I remember going over to my grandparents' house and my grandfather would be sitting there watching the Mets with that big clicker that used to go like, clang, clang, with 2 buttons on it, on, off, and volume. And he'd be sitting there watching the game, and it was boring as fuck. I'd be looking going, what the fuck? He's just waiting to die over there? Now, though, there's so many other things to do while you're watching TV that it's cool. You could fucking play online poker. You're fucking, like, cruising the web.
Do you realize this is a commercial for why baseball sucks?
Exactly.
I thought you were going to go...
Right. No, you're right. But the thing is, it could be on in the background while you're doing other shit, and then you could look up and go, oh, look, a triple.
But why?
No.
But where's baseball getting all this money? Where's baseball getting all this money?
It's a huge sport to go out to.
That's
People
our
love
hockey.
Going to the fucking games. It's nice weather. It's outside. You're like fucking just going to a ball game, which, by the way, unless you got really good seats, sucks ass. You don't see the replays. You don't fucking see shit.
But they took that out of the game because now these parks, it's like an amusement park.
I know the stadium.
You hang out in your seats for 2 innings.
The
and
game's
like, let's check this place out.
Let's go.
We got a water slide.
I'm gonna go to the Macy's down at the end of the fucking by the Memorial Park.
The new Yankee Stadium is the funniest one ever, where they have that guy behind glass carving up steaks.
Right. Yes.
That most people can't afford.
Right. What about Yankee Stadium?
Fucking Morton's guy carving up steaks.
What about Yankee?
Yeah, it's a baseball game. Your feet are supposed to be sticking to the floor as you're walking around.
I went to Yankee Stadium finally, and around the 4th inning, because I'm not a Yankee fan, I'm like, I want to check this place out. And my buddy goes, let's go to the museum. I'm like, they have a fucking the museum.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like, we'll get right in. It's the 5th inning, right? We go there. There's an hour wait for the museum. I'm like, how is there an hour wait for the museum during a fucking game?
There's a game going
That's how
on.
baseball is.
Well, you know, when you watch the Yankees games and you don't see anybody sitting around home plate, aside from the fact that it's really expensive, when you get those seats, you can walk in, you can eat the whole game for free. Not for free. It comes with the price of the tickets.
Yeah.
So just pick a guy. Just see a guy sitting there. A couple innings will go by, and all of a sudden the guy isn't there, and you watch. He won't be there for like 3 innings. He's just stuffing his face with prime rib and all this shit, and then he finally comes back, and it looks so bad because this is like the biggest franchise in sports.
That's the shot.
And it always looks like they have like 18 people at the park.
Yeah, because that's the only part of the park they show.
Dude, I had those seats one time. Somebody gave me a hookup, and I chowed. And I gave the finger to somebody at home when they called me on my cell phone. I wasn't even watching the game, dude. It was ridiculous.
And you got to get your money's worth.
Shit.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
You feel like you got to eat your money's worth.
But this is why football is
Football's
king.
Football's
it's
king.
just king.
Not even going to argue with that.
It's once a week, if that. It's
every
only
game
a couple
counts.
of months.
Every game counts.
Every game counts. It's fucking, it could be a career ender for anyone at any moment.
4 games, like
no, every game.
12 and 4, 11 and 5 is possible. You can miss the playoffs.
Yeah, but if you're 2 games back,
games.
Right.
If you're 2 games back is like being like 9 games down in baseball.
Right.
But the only problem
baseball has 179,000 games,
and I love it. They're playing 2 games in one day. Baseball. It's like
that's
doubleheader.
And that's why it's funny that people actually gamble on sports where they have the dog days of summer or like NBA hoop. You can tell when somebody has like some pussy in town. They're just dragging ass or they're thinking about it. And you just like you can't bet. Like a buddy of mine was betting the other night. He's like, oh, the Heat are playing the Pacers, man. He goes, I'm telling you, this is a gift. And I go, I don't know, man. Indiana, it's a boring town. You have they might just say fuck it. This is game number 78.
Sleep
yeah.
There's no motivation.
But football, you got to
78.
But you can't lack in football because somebody will paralyze you.
Someone fucking kill you.
But the other side of football, my Jets, we had a big time run, and I don't want to start over next year.
You know what's funny?
Every game had
such
promises, by the way.
Huh?
He's doing the I promise you. Like, enough of you
when
now,
your team,
Rex.
when your team almost makes it and you don't make the Super Bowl, you get this feeling of, I don't want to start all over where every game
Did you hear what he said? He said, this is what he said after a year of talking shit and never owning up to it.
Yeah.
He goes,
That's why I love him, by the way.
He goes, last year, they just talked to him like a week ago. He goes, last year, I thought we were going to win a Super Bowl. This year, I know it.
Oh,
it's like, what are you going to say after next year? This year, I really, really know it. It's like, he's one of those guys who just calls it. You know that guy likes to be the, dude, I called it. Mm-hmm. They call it every night. Dude, I'm telling you, blowout. I'm telling you, blowout. And then one night it finally happens. What'd I say?
I told you.
What'd I say?
See, I've been saying it.
They're fucked. There's a salary cap this year.
Man.
They're done.
Yeah.
Football's
yeah, he's done.
Only thing I don't like is
way.
Goodell. I'm not a fan of his. There's something elitist about him. He bugs me. And he's and this fake
confidence.
Players don't want to be hurt thing. Like it's stop playing. It's something else going on.
Yeah.
Just stop your horse shit. Just let them, like guys like James Harrison, just let them die. Let them be warriors. And that's the only thing. But football is so fucking perfect, man.
What
perfect game.
What about your Celtics, though, man?
What about them?
I used to be a big Celtics fan. The Black Celtics.
I love the Celtics. I'm happy that they're relevant.
You made us all start calling them the Black Celtics and everything.
Yeah, because they are. And I know Boston. I know the pain and suffering of these white people watching these niggas run around winning. I fucking enjoy it.
With their shamrocks on their back and their little fucking...
All these people from the movie The Town.
Yes.
Sydney! Fucking! Kevin Garnett! Fucking sicken me.
I like The Town. I like The Town.
I mean, you know what's funny? They look at him the same way they always did. It's not like they didn't notice in like the 80s when it was a bunch of white people. They were still probably, fucking Dennis Johnson, dude.
Johnson.
Freckle face fuck. Just give it to Larry.
I don't think it was as bad when Larry was the face. Like if Luke Herringody became the face, it would be Luke and the fucking Bobettes back there. Doo-ba-dee-doo. Like Frankie Valli. Frankie Valli and the ink spots. And because I know Boston, it's painful.
Yeah.
But they love winning, but it's painful. But I'm telling you, that's why the Patriots are so beloved. I love the Patriots. That's the one thing I can't get out of my system in terms of Boston.
Yeah.
Is the sports and the food. Two things. Sports and the food. I love Boston food, and Boston sports.
What's Boston known for, food-wise?
Nothing. But it's the best food.
Me.
It's the best food of anything. I put Boston anything up against anything.
I lived there for years.
Yeah.
I can't think what they eat traditionally.
You
got Philly's the cheesesteaks. Oh yeah, the chowder.
But Boston
fucking
doesn't want anything.
Platter, kid. Get a fucking scorpion bowl with the chicken fingers.
Boston Chinese food
Bill
is
and Bob's roast beef.
Cambridge.
It really is. They don't fuck around.
Yep.
It's tremendous. But the Black Celtics, I love them. I'm just saying the season is pathetic.
Yeah.
It's just.
What did Russell win? Like 10 or 11 championships?
11.
And
they still hate him. What does this guy have to do?
I mean, I think all those people died off. the people that shot at him when he was going. Man, he was winning championships, and they still shot at his house.
Back when he was winning the championships, they really didn't have an open mind, man.
Good fucking call, Bill.
2 words for you, Bob Cousy.
You wouldn't be able to score now if you didn't pass it to you.
How bad do you think you want to be traded? But they didn't trade many players back then. You pretty much played for one team when Russell was playing.
Well, his story
not
is
a lot of trading going on.
No, before free agency was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
In baseball, basically, if you were in the Yankees organization and you were a shortstop and they had Derek Jeter, you were fucked. Right. You couldn't leave. You just played your career in the minors.
Yeah, God, even though you knew you were good enough to play on any team.
And contracts after your contract.
You're gonna have to get out of that seat.
You felt like you knew the players because year after year after fucking year, you saw the same faces.
And Bill Russell he's just an ornery old coot now.
We got Triple H coming into the studio.
H.
Very busy day.
Triple H.
Hey, hold on. Bill, what are you promoting? Because it's going to get really...
I'm in Count Basie Theater, Red Bank, New Jersey.
Tonight?
Yes, tonight.
All right, and Patrice has got the big Comedy Central special tomorrow night at 10. And now we got Triple H in studio.
What's up, man? How you doing? Look at you, all sharp.
You fucking don't age, brother.
I know, right?
A few years go by, we see Triple H, and he looks like the same fucking guy.
Get all kinds of work done.
Sitting here
looking healthy, sir. Looking very
healthy.
Work done, huh?
Yeah.
Very, very healthy, man.
Yeah.
What are you using on your skin, man?
Botox.
Looking nice and healthy, my friend.
And you got to dress like that in the morning? No sweats, nothing like we're doing? You got TV probably, right?
I do.
I
have TV, and you guys you got to look for radio.
Yeah, I certainly do.
Yeah, you just.
I already spilled coffee on my shirt. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Coffee on my shirt.
All right, good.
It doesn't even matter.
You know, Patrice and Bill, two really, really funny guys.
Hello.
Patrice O'Neill and Bill Burr.
How you doing?
How are you, sir?
Right.
He don't remember.
Yeah.
Patrice did a little time in the WWF.
He shouldn't remember. And if he doesn't, I love that he doesn't.
He was on your father-in-law's private jet a couple times.
But I was in the back.
Really? Who'd you work for? Christelle?
I was. They were hiring writers at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I was I don't even want to.
No, come on, talk about it, Patrice.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
That's what I'm gonna do. You can see he's like, I don't know you, motherfucker. Like I want to say you were great in Blade 3, but like that's what we want. But I was on the back. It was the most fun. People in this world. It was fun. It was like you were on the plane because at that time, all the the Cocoa Bewares and the Brooklyn Brawlers.
Brooklyn Brawler.
They have to take a cab to the next thing. It was Triple H.
Yeah,
and he was Triple H at the time too. He wasn't Hunter Hearst. He was Triple H at the time. Mm-hmm. It was the Undertaker was on the plane, and it was one more biggie on the plane at the time. And then the family. So I sat in the back, and one of the guys who had been there for a couple of years was trying to get me to be like the butler, like one of the other writers. And I go, I don't give a fuck. And that's why I had to leave, because it was like you have to be very company.
Yeah, of course.
Stephanie fired me. She fired me 4 times in one. You're fired.
Back?
No, I just said okay. I said I understand, and she said you're fired, man. I said, Stephanie, I know you got to fire me. I love you. You're fired. She said you're fired 4 times.
4 times.
And I said I understand. I fucking understand.
Why are you being hostile?
I understand.
We miss Stephanie Triple H. She used to do our show all the time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, she misses being around it too. She actually was.
Tell her we said hi.
She wished she could have come in today. She said to say hi to you guys.
Yeah, well, her introduction into the public forum of WWF at the time was just amazing. It was probably the most fun time of wrestling. That was like the golden age when we were watching. Obviously, you still got plenty of people watching, but that time when she was in that boiler room locked up to the pipes and shit, and just trying to make it look like she's upset and crying. It was classic.
Was the whole test thing back in the day, that test push, the marriage thing, and the kidnapping in Vegas and all that. Were you and your wife, was y'all together then?
No, I didn't even know her. You know, and honestly, I wasn't even involved in that storyline, but we had a writer at the time, this guy, Vince Russo. Vince was great at coming up with stuff and having no way to get out of it.
Oh, shit.
So he had come up with this concept that to bring Vince's daughter in and have her get involved in a relationship with one of the guys to do a marriage, because everybody loves weddings on TV. Was his rationale behind this. So he puts her in this relationship story with this guy, Test. And comes time for the wedding the first time, and Vince is like, so what are we doing with this? And he's like,
yeah, where are we going?
I don't know. You know, so they literally, this is how ridiculous our world is sometimes. They came up with a storyline where somebody threw a garbage can or something, hit Steph in the head, she got amnesia and didn't know who Test was. to buy us a few weeks so we could figure out what we were doing.
That is brilliant.
Right? And so now they've got this situation where eventually she's still got to know who this guy is, the whole thing, and so they don't know what they want to do, and Vince Russo leaves the company.
Oh, shit.
In like the middle of the night, he just takes off and goes to work for the WCW at the time, where it was a competition. And I remember Vince being like, well, holy Christ, we're stuck in this storyline with this thing now with the guy with no clue how to get out of it, and now he leaves. And so...
he probably knew he was leaving. He's like, you know how bad I fucked up?
Hey, he's having panic attacks.
He might have been wanting to leave before he had to tell Vince, I don't have a solution. So, but then I was in a storyline with Vince at the time, and just one day and sitting thinking about it was like, God, we should do something. That would be a perfect role. What would I do to get to him?
Right.
Marry his daughter, in real life too. And,
yeah, exactly.
And so that's how the story got switched to me. They really had no intentions of her ever doing a wedding on TV. It was going to get screwed up, but
right.
It was a really convoluted story, and
then
our stuff ended up being huge,
So things do they still run like that, kind of, where you sometimes have a storyline where it's like, we have no clue with it?
Well, not really. Usually we try to have a generalized idea, but a lot of times, like even when we did the Steph wedding thing with me, right? So I pitched to Vince this idea about, I'll take her to drive-throughs to Vegas and, Mickey or drink or something she doesn't know, and I get married to her. The whole thing was just for me to get
slip
this.
Her a roofie or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It did though.
Yeah,
she was knocked out in the back of the car.
Yeah.
I remember that push, man.
Which you can't do anymore.
It's the limp hand with the ring and shit.
Yeah. And you can't do that on TV anymore.
Can't slip
unfortunately.
Yeah. Only in the movies now. You can do that.
Right. 9/11. No more roofies.
So, we just went down that road with the story, but it was just meant to be to get me into a situation in a match with Vince where I would get a title shot and the wedding would be annulled. That was it. That was our thing. It was like a quick thing. And man, when she went out on TV that next night and they were chanting slut.
Oh my God!
Like the crowd turned on her so heavily, and we were like, I remember sitting next to Vince at gorilla position. I didn't even know Steph, and she walked out and they started reacting. We both looked at each other like, "Oh my God, this is awesome! We gotta run with this."
So is a pop is a pop, right? Like no matter whether it's a heel pop or good, it's like, has there ever been any reaction where it hurt your feelings? Like they said, "Damn, man, I didn't want to be an asshole. I was trying to be nice."
Now I'm an asshole.
I don't know. To me, in our business, it's just a reaction's a reaction, and I made majority of my name and money in the business getting booed out of arenas.
Sure.
But now it's this weird thing where you can't be a heel no more. It's impossible.
Yeah. Towards the end, when I was still a heel, I was working with Cena. And I was supposed to be the bad guy, and he was supposed to be the good guy, and I was getting, at least half the arena cheering for me.
Yeah.
And that was before they were really fully booing him, so,
full on boo,
What's the most ridiculous storyline, like when you were coming up?
That one wasn't good enough?
Huh? That wasn't good enough. I'm just saying, I've just figured that was at, like, the most professional level. I'm just saying, you just break into wrestling. I mean, there's got to be like stand-up comedy, like open mic wrestling kind of.
Most ridiculous angle ever is one that I was involved in, unfortunately, and it still gets talked about to this day. It's called the Katie Vick incident. And it was this ludicrous story Vince got in his head that he wanted characters to be more sympathetic. And, we have Kane, right, who's like this monster.
Yeah.
He decided that in Kane's backstory, Kane would have killed a girl by accident.
Sure, well, it ain't gonna happen.
So Kane, Vince creates this ridiculous story, and this will get much better, trust me, where Kane has to go on TV in full monster regalia and tell the world that, like, I was young, I didn't know how to drive a stick very well, the roads were slippery, and the car got out of my control, and she died. It wasn't my fault. Unfortunately, I'm in a storyline with him. I was champion at the time, and we were wrestling over the title, and I'm in a storyline with him. So now Vince gets obsessed with us bringing up this dead girl to Kane to the point where hold on, you're about to go. You're about to really love it. To the point where he comes up with an idea where I am supposed to dress up like Kane and go to a funeral home and have sex with a corpse in a casket. So the whole way there now.
How does he pitch this shit?
The whole way, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But so the whole way there, I'm trying to like convince him, Vince, we really got to make this funny. Like, this has to be very funny. Like, I'm really making a joke out of this. No, it needs to be dark, and it needs to.
No.
So like,
we already got that with the necrophilia.
Yeah.
Might want to try to lighten it up now.
So I'm not even married at the time to Steph or anything like that. We literally go to a funeral home where we rent out one of the rooms. We have a casket with a dummy in it. I'm in Kane's mask and stuff.
Holy shit.
And he, have the guy that is eventually going to be my father-in-law yelling at me to have sex louder with the dummy in the coffin. And while we're doing this, I'm in a skin-colored thong on top of a dummy in a coffin in a funeral home, and the guy from the funeral home, the mortician guy, opens up the door, sticks his head in, and he's like, could you guys keep it down? I got a funeral.
Oh, shit.
That's a ridiculous storyline, my friend.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Wow. But Vince don't, from the 2 or 3 days I was there, I had enough to see. It was amazing. It's really like he doesn't pitch. Like, I don't know the hierarchy of the guys that like really get a lot of stick time and they get the stars. They could say, Vince, I ain't doing that shit. I don't know, but I know I saw one guy, Tiger Ali Singh. He had a turban and he was begging Vince. He said his whole family felt he was desecrating his.
He didn't want to wear the turban?
He didn't want to wear the turban, and he's like, please,
You get out there with that turban on.
No, he didn't.
Get out of there.
No, it wasn't like Tiger was in his face. Tiger would ask somebody who would ask, and I was just, because the writers have complete access to everything. So I'm just looking, and he just goes, nope. He's going to wear the turban. And this guy is like, my family hates my guts, my religion, and I just go.
That'd be like, now put the bone through your nose.
I told you on the show, though, that there's only been 3 people in my life that I ever met my dudes and anybody that my heart was beating. And I looked at him like, holy shit.
Powerful.
And he was one. Me, Vince, who's the other guy?
It was Jordan. It's too bad. Jordan, Bird, and then Vince.
You met Bird.
Well, I used to work at Boston Garden.
Fucking A.
But he never talked. And all 3 of them never talked. You just felt.
Right.
Yeah. Felt that shit like that.
Vince does have an ominous presence.
But he listened. He was this thing that was amazing. He was the best listener I've ever seen in my life. He never, as you in his writing things, he never made. You would suggest something that probably was ridiculous when you think about it, but he would never say that was stupid. He would always sit there.
Hey, he greenlit the coffin thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Vince is a big believer in there's no dumb ideas, or he'll take a stupid idea and turn it into a good idea.
Yeah.
He's really big on that. And let me just say that I know that kid, and if he was saying he didn't want to go out in the turban because he was desecrating his family and all that stuff, he was so full of crap on every level. That I guarantee you, Vince was like, he's full of crap. He's trying to get something else out of it.
But I didn't tell the story. I tell a story based on Vince was a fucked up guy. It was based on just the boss thing. You know what I'm saying?
Truly the boss.
It's just.
I always say it like this. To me, he's the general. Where everybody else that works for him, where the army and the lieutenants and all that stuff, he's a general. And eventually he goes charge up that hill and die, and you go, all right, and you do it.
Who were we talking to recently? We're trying to figure out what Vince does for fun. Because he works all the fucking time. What does he do when he's just not doing the wrestling thing that something he likes doing?
He works out.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, he literally, he's 65 years old. He will work. Like, he'll get to the office mid-morning sometime. He will work sometimes until 9 or 10 at night, and then he'll go downstairs and he'll train. And he'll train for a couple hours, and then he'll either finish his emails or he'll go home. He sleeps a few hours. He's one of those people that just doesn't sleep a lot. He'll, for weeks on end, he'll just get 3-4 hours of sleep or whatever, and then he'll crash for a day, and then he's back on track. His work ethic is unbelievable. Like, just as an example, this week we came home from, we were in San Diego on Tuesday, and we came home. Now, sleeping on the plane is not an option. So, we flew home after the show. We got home at 7 in the morning. He's back at the office at 10 o'clock.
Now, back at the office. But, Sam, weren't you saying something about Vince? Was he out or? Yeah. Sam,
what happened?
What is
Sam? Sam got weird.
I just want to know.
Where you going?
No, he was. He's back now because he was on TV. But for a while after the Nexus took him out, I'm sure he was hospitalized or something.
Right.
Even Triple H is embarrassed.
Yeah, he was in a coma.
Right. Yeah. That's when he must have been when he was crashing.
Yeah.
He was wrestling.
Okay. I know it's been here since a while since I've been here and stuff like that. But last time I was here, he was making out with homeless dudes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Has something happened to him since then? He seems to have gotten dumbed down a little bit.
He really has.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You really have dumbed down a bit.
We haven't even mentioned the chaperone yet.
I see him every now and then. He's like a lurker every now and then.
Every now and then. He's stalking you and everyone else.
Yeah.
He's at every appearance. Triple H, the chaperone.
Yeah.
What's the movie about?
It's right up your alley. It's a family movie.
Family movie?
Yeah. You guys ever watch that show, Modern Family?
Sure.
Ariel Winter plays the daughter in that show. She plays my daughter in this movie, and I play a guy that went to prison, gets out, and he's kind of lost contact with his wife and his kids and wants to get them back, but things don't work out so well. The daughter wants nothing to do with him, and he almost goes back to crime, and at the last second he changes his mind, ends up as a chaperone on his daughter's field trip, and the money from the bank robbery that he was about to be a part of ends up on the bus. And the bad guys are chasing them in New Orleans because they think it was a setup. So he's on.
So it's nice guy.
Yeah.
You're a nice guy.
It's a nice wholesome movie. No, it's a good. It's one of those movies. I think if you've got a young teenage kid or a tween, you could take them to. They'll enjoy it, and you won't feel like I just absolutely wasted an hour and a half of my life.
You didn't have to put on a tutu or wings?
I did not have to put on a tutu
or wings.
But I guarantee there's a scene where someone gets punched and his feet go all the way up, and you see his feet in the camera, and he's straight up in the air. I guarantee he punches someone straight up in the air.
I don't believe that there's not a whole lot of fighting in this movie, but
really,
there is one scene where I do actually punch a guy, and he does go up in the air. But in all fairness, when we shot it, I shattered his nose.
Oh shit!
Oh, you fucked up? That's some Von Claude, Jean-Claude Van Damme shit. You made a bad mistake.
A little too close on the tight shot, and I caught him right in the end of the nose, and
that was almost a slight case of murder there. That whole bone up in the nose thing there, my friend. You got big fists.
Yeah. Good thing we got it on that tape.
Now, are you done?
No. I'll be back shortly. Just took some time off. I made 2 movies for the company, and then I tore my bicep. And ironically, I leave wrestling to make a movie, and I tear my bicep. But
yeah, right.
Well, it was an injury I'd had for a couple of years, just kept nagging, and then it finally just gave when I was making the movie. But I tore that, had some surgery and stuff, so I've been out for a little while. But I'm headed back.
We to this day talk about your injury where your leg muscle rolled up like a shade.
Oh god, yeah.
You ever hear this one?
I saw it.
We bring this up all the fucking time because we can't believe you.
And he just
tendon or muscle?
limped out. He just limped out.
He pulled the muscle to the point that the thing rolled all the way up. Right.
I tore it. I completely tore my quad off the bone at the knee, and it rolled up my thigh.
Can you imagine? How do you come back from that?
Live TV, and I finished the match.
Yeah, man.
That's unbelievable.
And them motherfuckers, this is why I always say the wrestling. I've been a wrestling fan my entire life. And I'm telling you, the greatest actors / stuntmen ever. Like, the shit they do, and they always got to go to, right after a match, they run to a doctor back there to have somebody push something back in, fix something.
But you know what
and also remember lines. Like, they're not fucking Shakespearean, but they remember fucking lines, and they remember it's a great
and the
thing,
choreography of
if an actor tore their quad, that movie is shut down for like 6 weeks.
Tom Cruise tears a quad.
You can't fake doing a monkey salt on top of a dude laying on a ladder. Like, there's nothing.
Right.
And you're 290 pounds and you're flying.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what makes
gravity's gravity.
What makes it even harder, and this is what people don't get about what we do, is then they watch you do that and they go, "Oh my God, how do these guys make it through that?" You got to do it tomorrow,
right?
Yeah, do it again.
You're going to do it again.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the fucking thing. People don't. This is there's a lot of differences between when I watched it. I tell you what they don't have anymore that I think they should have is jobbers. They don't. It's like, why every week do I watch you fight John Cena? Then there's a pay-per-view of him fighting John Cena. But before, it would be Rudy Diamond.
Of the guys that come out in the tights and the wrestling.
I agree with
singlet.
we have this discussion all the time, and it really comes down to just ratings. It really comes down
like
to
watching
being,
you beat the shit out of some nobody, just dragging him around, mushing his face.
Yeah. Well, Jose Estrada.
And then wait, and then
Johnny Rods. Remember those guys?
Punch him in the face, right? Get on top, 1, 2, and then pull him up, and the guy's limp, and he just to abuse him some more.
Oh, that's just despicable. That's absolutely despicable.
Oh my God. He does the finishing move 7 times on the guy. It's just why?
They all look like that.
What's Sam?
Sam Roberts really taking a beating in that ring. Wow.
You know what the best one?
Maybe not as creepy.
Remember S.D. Jones?
SD Special
was the best guy who lost every week.
Greatest jobber that ever lived. But Kurt Hennig used to be a jobber. I remember when stars with jobbers at the WWF would go to WCW and become not jobbers. They become really good and then come back. And now they're fucking actually wrestlers.
Yeah.
But it was so many. I remember the fucking jobbers. That it was great, but they don't do it no more. So it's like, I gotta watch The Miz fight a real dude.
Everybody wants.
And then everybody gets to talk. There was only a few talkers. Now everybody's yapping.
I like when the
wrestling.
It's really bothering him.
Yes, because I'm a wrestling fan. It's like you earn talking.
The jobbers would come in, not say a word, but they would move around like they had a shot. They'd be like, like
very cocky.
Stretching.
They were the only one there that didn't know they were about to take ass whooping.
But they, for the first couple of minutes, they would win. They would be winning, like, oh my God, how is this job?
And then it would turn
over? And then it would turn. I love that.
Never saw that coming.
Never saw that coming. Where's Shane? Like, what happened with Shane? He kind of
he
took
just
off
decided
on his own.
Yeah, he decided he wanted to go out and try to make his own way and do his own thing.
But we thought he had something. When he came in here, we're like, okay, you're leaving wrestling. What are you doing? And we thought he was going to announce some big, job.
Politics.
Something.
No, he's trying to do his own thing. He's got a couple of gigs going on. He's got like a company that represents athletes through Europe, and like he's got a bunch of golfers and stuff.
Oh, so he's doing all right.
And then he's also he's creating a company that is going to in China. There's no pay-per-view distribution. And he's trying to become the platform in China to distribute pay-per-view. Which, that's one of those things, if it hits, it's huge. If it doesn't hit, the difficult thing about it is it's a communist country, right? So you have to be careful
it's
how
Chinese.
you do stuff.
You got to go over there and deal with them.
Right.
Yeah, eventually they can say, this is great. This is ours now. Thank you very much for coming.
Take a hike.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be knocking
on muscle him right out of the country.
And he's going to be knocking on Vince's door. He's going to have to live with
let's be honest, sir.
Oh, wow, we got
how awful is this idea? How much are y'all begging him to just come back and stop this nonsense?
I hope he's successful. I mean, he's trying hard, and I understand that trying to make your own way and make your own name.
His dad has to leave WWE to him. It's destiny, man.
Patrice, we have William H. Macy outside, and he only has a few minutes. So how are we going to do this? Triple, you want to stick around? What do you want to do?
Sure, I'll hang.
All right. You know William H. Macy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking to Patrice.
Get him in here.
William H. Macy. How are you, sir?
Hello, sir.
All right.
We got a full house today.
Yeah, I know,
Triple
right?
H from
Very
the
busy today.
WWE. You got Patrice O'Neal, very funny comic. Bill Burr, very funny comic. Anthony,
God damn, how you
Opie.
doing? What a head of hair on you. Jesus.
How about
Pleasure to
Man.
meet you, sir.
He's dressed just like the show.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely. I would assume that is hair for the role. I would assume that's hair for the role.
For Shameless.
But that's good that you could grow a head of hair like that.
The ladies like it, I gotta say.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, my wife.
You know, you're like,
Damn, I can't grow hair like that anymore.
That's the best part of being an actor. No matter how you look, you can say, no, it's just for a role.
yes, for a role. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the reason I'm so toasted in the morning is for research.
It's research.
I was reading something. Obviously, your character on Shameless drinks. Yeah, drinks a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Now you stopped drinking.
Volume.
Yeah, turn up his volume. Someone roadie that mic.
E-Rock, help him out. Help out William H. Macy.
Shouldn't have to do that himself. He's a big star.
Well, yeah, his character drinks a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been known to drink a bit myself. I'm taking a little bit of a break for it. It turns out I like drinking a whole lot.
Yeah. Yes. Like, because I was reading that you kind of stopped, and you're a Scotch man?
I do like Scotch.
You like a good Scotch?
You can tell by the color of my hair.
Yeah. It seems to do the follicles well.
Every once in a while, I think it's a good idea to. I've suddenly realized I have limited number of brain cells left, and perhaps I should marshal my forces in
just
the
kind of
twilight of my
twilight. Well, you seem to be able to work. So it must not be out of control.
What was the first part?
Well, no, he's able to work. He has a great body of work. I mean, it's not like it's getting in the way.
Well, it's great to play a character that's lit up all the time. I mean, for the first time in my life, sometimes I'll hold the line so I can make more faces. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. Frank, the guy I play, is a drinking alcoholic. He's an addict. He'll take anything. So every single scene is just there's no wrong possible in that role.
Are you going to get up off the floor and act? Because I'm early in Shameless. The first couple episodes, you don't see William H.
No, well, you see,
he's on the floor sleeping, and I'm like, when is he going to? It's his show. When is he going to start acting?
It's a contractual thing. I said I want to get a lot of rest in the pilot.
No, I bring that up because everyone says no. It becomes you're way more in it.
A lot more.
But I'm only 2 episodes in, and so far, the rest of the characters
went to Canada.
Yeah.
Dropped me off in Canada.
Yeah, the rest of the characters are holding their own, certainly, and William H. Macy shows up to sleep on the floor. That's so far what I've seen.
My entrance into the series is unconscious.
Yes.
Mumbling.
You've made the big time when you can sleep and get paid $2. That is the ticket right there.
Yeah, is that what made you sign on? You're like, all right, I get to sleep for the first 3 episodes. Totally chill.
We're just beating him up. He's a great actor, obviously. Shameless is based on a British show. I did not know this.
It's a great series, too. Same title.
Yeah.
And we've got some of the same people working on ours. The creator, I think Paul has been helping with us, and the guy that directed their pilot directed our pilot. Mm-hmm. It's at once the same and completely different. It's an American version, and I believe, like The Office, it's a successful transfer.
Yeah. Are you glad it's not on a network, that you're able to really go the full distance? Because sometimes shows seem like they have so much potential, but they put them on a network, and it's like, come on, I want to hear realistic speech.
I want to hear some real language.
It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, on the networks, you make the serious money because they do so many more. But you're right. Having written for television a good bit, it's tough. You can have no language, no
drinking for the most part. Yeah.
Right.
I once wrote a thing where a 14-year-old girl was smoking a cigarette. They said, "You're joking, right?"
Yeah, that's
wouldn't even consider it.
Like it never happened.
Yeah, 14-year-olds.
There's something about just taking reality out of network television.
I know.
Which is
not only can
insulting.
people not smoke cigarettes, but if they do smoke cigarettes, they better die.
You know, this Shameless, they're smart too. It opens up with William H. Macy's teenage. Is she a teenager? She's probably in her early 20s, I guess, running the household, just walking around trying to get everyone ready because he's irresponsible. He's drunk somewhere, and she's walking around the house in just a t-shirt, no bra, and I'm like, okay, I can handle this show.
Oh, she's
very
fine
smart.
looking. Emmy Rossum, she's the.
And then she's naked by the end of the first episode with the guy from the club having sex on the floor.
I should warn you already that you're going to see me naked. Too.
I was going to bring that up. That's the one episode I saw. My girl was like, "Yeah, William H. Macy's in this. No, I love this guy."
Sorry.
And then I see your ass, and I was just like, "Jesus Christ!"
It beats working.
I thought it was bad enough in his boxers trying to get out that window.
Is this
in the hotel? That was great. Okay, all right.
We're trying to hold back. We're all huge Fargo fans.
Who isn't?
Huge Fargo.
Great line in that. 1,000 times. They say, Mr. Smith? They go, who?
Yeah. Who? Just a catastrophe of screw-ups on that character's part, which is just
what a brilliant character.
It's like a despicable yet such a sympathetic character, and I think you've pulled that off so well over the years in a lot of the characters you played. Not that it's a typecasting or anything, but like the other one. What was the one? The Cooler.
Nights.
Boogie Nights was another prime example of just this poor son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Well, it turns out if you can do that well, you can have 2 homes.
Yeah, apparently so. God bless you.
Yeah.
Did he just nicely say I'm fucking rich? Yeah, good guy. I like that.
Yeah, I
gotta practice doing shit like that.
I think that's what he said.
You just say it in a matter-of-fact way.
I sympathize my way to 2 homes, my friend.
In the Cooler, you were able to take that whole kind of loserish character, but that was a leading role for you, and it kind of it turned around during that movie where you turned into more of a winner.
Well,
are you a method actor, by the way? Are you like, when you working, are you like a drunk guy and I can't, like, when the guy says cut, you're not like, hey, so I like life? Or are you like still fucking
drunk guy?
Like, were you Fargo the whole time you was in Fargo?
No, I don't do that, and actors who do that are really boring to deal with.
Tell a joke or something.
I know, it's just acting. It's not. You don't have to be.
I've never
Don't take yourself so
understood that.
seriously.
To me, I made a few movies here, and there's so much waiting around. You would be off camera more in that character than you would be on camera. I never understood that.
Fun. I can't have fun. I have to stay in this character. I'm a serial killer.
Yeah,
and it doesn't help.
It doesn't help in the end?
No, it's exhausting, and it doesn't help. It just annoys the crew.
They probably want a human being there to deal with.
And the most important fact is you can still have 2 homes without it.
See?
So
it seems to have worked. I got to ask you something we were all curious about in Boogie Nights, the line you said, whether it was a flub or not. She has an ass in her cock.
That's right.
Was that a flub?
I did take 1. I said it correctly. Take 2. Paul Anderson said, you said ass in her cock. I said, I did. I'm so sorry. Take 3, I did it right. Take 4, I did it again. He said, you did it again. I said, I didn't. I swear to you, I didn't. So it ended up in the film. There was some hidden truth in it, I guess.
Well, a cock is a pussy. Like it's a street lane.
Since when?
Right. Wait, who you been talking to?
I'm telling you, pimp talk. A cock is a twat.
As the official brother of the room.
Yes.
He's telling
I'm just telling you. That's
white
why
people
they
are
kept
going to
it.
pick up on this.
I think
in
it was
2
more
years.
like
So that's a 2-year buffer period we got to go through as white people to pick up on black vernacular.
So William H. Macy was ahead of his time in that fucking movie.
No,
he was trying to help you out, William.
That would be something that character would have done. Is like screw up because
Yeah, just so frustrated
angry.
in that moment that you're
Yeah.
screwing up. I think that was probably more of the angle they were going for there, Patrice.
Were you ever afraid of, even though the characters, though they had similarities, were a lot different, were you ever afraid of becoming typecast as like, here's this guy, this poor sap kind of guy? Really?
Sure.
And
still am.
Did you? Are you really?
Well, yeah.
Because
if you do something well in Hollywood, they'll certainly ask you to do it again.
Do it again,
You have
right?
to be
Well, this
careful.
role
The Cooler is a good example. I turned that film down about 3 times. I thought, I got to call a moratorium on this loser character that I'm doing. But it was too good to turn down. That's why I like Frank Gallagher, the character I'm playing now. He's certainly a loser, but he's got a lot of power to him.
Yeah, it's not the pathetic being
not
stepped
at all.
on
Not at all.
loser.
No.
That you usually play.
I realize we haven't even really explained Shameless. In your own words, what's the show about?
It's tough. I play Frank Gallagher, the addicted alcoholic parent of 6 kids. They make their way through the world as best they can. Hilarity ensues.
Trying to get guidance.
I'm on board. I'm going to watch.
You.
That sounds good. I gotta say, it's great.
It really is a great show.
I don't like anything, and I particularly usually don't like the stuff I'm in. This is fantastic.
So was that your reaction when you first got offered the project? I mean, because I would think that you just have a stack of scripts outside your door every day.
I'm glad you think that.
No, that doesn't happen. Really?
Outside,
what level do you have to get to?
2 doors, Bill.
2 doors on both coasts.
Right.
I think there are about 4 actors in the world that have the choice of anything they want to do. I'm not one of them. I liked it immediately. I read the script by John Wells. It was a fantastic script. And then I saw the series, the British series, and I was sold.
Oh, wow.
Do you have trouble changing the character a little to adapt to you when you see a series that is being adapted from a British series? I would think it's kind of hard not to try to almost do an impression of the guy.
Well, I stopped watching. It was.
Oh, you did?
It's good enough that I realized I better not watch it.
I do that with trailers now because movie trailers give away too much information.
Movie, yeah.
So if I have an on-demand movie and I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to see that, and I hit the trailer, I'm like, okay, good enough. I'm watching it. Like 2 seconds
They
in.
show you all the way up to the resolution of the 3rd act.
Yeah, I don't need to see that.
I don't know why they do that.
The best one ever was Speed 2, when they actually showed them getting off of the boat and running around the island. So it just killed the whole suspense of how are we going to stop the boat? It's like, well, obviously they stop it somehow.
They figured it out, right.
That was another thing with what was that Tom Hanks on the island movie there?
Castaway.
During the trailer, I mean, they show him back home and trying to get into with this relationship with his ex-girlfriend there. It was like, well,
they show the oil tanker picking him up.
No, he gets off the island, and the whole thing that he's going to kill himself or something,
not sure if he ever
or
gets off
live
the
there
island.
Forever.
Right.
It just trailers. They really have just destroyed movie watching.
And if they don't destroy it, our neighbor will.
Is there a Hollywood? Is there a Hollywood stigma to doing TV after you're doing movies your whole careers? Do they look at you like I can't help it, but I look at Christian, what's his name there?
Slater?
Slater, like, uh-oh. No. Like I'm saying, but is Hollywood look at it like, oh, shit, William H. is doing, he's on Showtime.
Could be. Definitely there used to be, but
yeah.
In all honesty, I got to say right now, I think the best stuff being done anywhere is being done on television.
Yep. I got to agree with you.
I see the little indies that come out. Every once in a while there's one that's great. There's a film or 2 each year that comes out that's great, but the most challenging stuff, the best stuff, is on television.
And I think you're seeing a lot more actors with reputable careers going to, especially the cable outlets and things like that, and putting out some good stuff. You know,
totally.
Steve Buscemi.
He's fantastic,
going to his show, Boardwalk Empire.
Also, I really like to act. I like to do it a lot. And when you do a TV show, you get to act a lot. And as you were saying, when you do a feature, you get to sit around and wait a lot.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of working involved sometimes. Yeah.
Triple H has to go, but he doesn't know how to leave because all the mics are on and William H. Macy's talking. But we're hearing you got to do TV
because I'm a huge fan for him, and I really enjoy your work. Yeah,
Thank you.
But unfortunately, I do have to go.
What show are you going to do?
I don't know. They get people out there to tell me what.
Just telling you what to go.
Go in that room and talk.
Just give. I
get excited
Sam
to come on things like this,
and
other than that, it's just a TV show.
Well, Triple H was, is promoting The Chaperone.
Yes,
it's in theaters today, right?
Yep, comes out today.
Very cool.
All right, very cool.
Triple H.
All right, guys, thanks for the time.
Tell the guys we said hi.
I will.
We really
if they remember
us.
us.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'll look forward to seeing you guys again.
Tell Vince thanks for that XFL game day gig.
We should bring you guys back, do some more stuff.
You really should.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago already. Fuck.
Was it 10 years?
Yeah, it's just 10 years just passed for the XFL.
Wow. We might need the XFL again if they lock out, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, it felt like 10 years, that 2 months.
It's crazy time.
Yeah, it was some wild times there.
Yeah, well, and we've done some TV,
Yeah, a little bit.
Little TV
what are you going to do? Back when it wasn't cool. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right, we'll see you. Take it easy, man.
God.
Good luck.
Yeah, and Shameless.
Showtime.
Yeah.
Another person on instant
Very
feedback going, look, William H. Macy isn't in the show, but he's telling us that he's going to be in the show a lot more. This guy's 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
Saying that Macy's just kind of laying around so far.
You'll see more of me than you want to.
I like the fact that you know what else is good about this time we're living in is on demand and being able to look at some of these shows on Showtime without having to be there and watch it live. I mean, it's a lot more convenient.
I know. Have you gone back and tried to watch television where you have to sit through the commercials?
Oh, God.
It's undoable.
It really is infuriating.
Yeah. They're louder. There's more television than there is programming.
Yeah. And then I like when the local spot jumps in and the sound is so bad because it's like some local car dealership that they went to. And
I just love that they thought if they made it louder, that would like commercials were already annoying. Let's let's badger them with that. I've heard they actually do things now, because of TiVo, you don't get credit as far as like ratings. Like TiVo doesn't count because they know people fast forward, and they have this thing now where if you fast forward, these advertisers, they have like ways of like when you fast forward, they'll still have their product, so you still kind of see it on some level. It's really gotten to a psycho level.
That's why, hey, Showtime, gotta love it.
Yeah, subscribe, pay for it, and you don't have to.
Because you're not dealing with commercials.
Yeah.
You get the whole show. It's not like you're getting 20 minutes of programming and 20 minutes of commercial. Hate that too.
I know, our show's 55 minutes long. My wife's on a TV show, and hers is sometimes 42 minutes, is an hour.
Yeah.
Who's your wife?
Felicity Huffman. She's on Desperate Housewives.
Yeah,
of course.
Delicious.
Delicious. Said your wife is
Would you have got that without Shameless, you think?
I don't know.
I think Fargo got him that one.
Yeah, Fargo.
Fargo, baby.
You picked the wrong show.
Come on, we're all out of our leagues. We all know it. Just stop.
It doesn't hurt to be married.
That's great, man. Jesus Christ.
She's also on Sunday night, too. We just barely missed
really?
with each other. That's good that didn't happen.
Yeah, that would probably cause some
that would be
friction.
another show idea.
There you go.
Some friction.
Right.
And I guess no haircut in the future.
Well,
you gotta live with that.
I might do an indie. I got a couple of films. We're on our hiatus right now, so it remains to be seen whether I can keep.
I'm sure they can make a wig out of that, like
I don't know,
a fucking Shameless wig.
That looks pretty authentic.
He's keeping the hair, waiting to see if there's another season.
No, he said he's going to do a movie. He's not playing around.
He's keeping the hair for Shameless.
We're going to do another season. They haven't picked it up yet. But
Are you always acting? Do you take time off
right
or something?
now? Yeah, much more than I wish.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh.
But Felicity Huffman being on a popular show, you could take some time off. There's nothing wrong with digging in her pockets.
Hey, that's true, man. Fall in love with a rich
Y'all
girl.
get divorced, she's gonna fucking get you bad. You might as well take her money now, save it, and give it back to her when after the divorce.
I live in California, man. It's our money.
Oh, that is true. Oh, brutal. Well, wouldn't wish that on anybody, believe me.
Yeah, Ant went through it.
I went through that years ago, and oh boy,
you've been free for a little while now.
Took a while. Yeah, for many years.
He's been free for. No, I mean free from the check writing.
From having to write that check.
Yeah,
hey,
free from the check writing.
Can I ask a Fargo question, sir?
Sure.
I'm a big fan of the Coen Brothers. Yeah. I love the Coen Brothers. What is their process? Like, are they cool? Are they weird guys, or like is it a fun thing, or is it a really professional thing? You know, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, they cool?
Yes, and yes. They're weirdos. They are sort of film geeks. They've seen every film ever made. They are exquisitely prepared. They're very fun to be on the set with. It's about the best working experience you could have.
They're not mentioned when people talk about great filmmakers, man. I think they make fantastic films. Yeah. When people start talking, they'll talk Martin Scorsese's, they'll talk she's a Spielberg. You don't hear the Coen Brothers. You do to people who love movies, but you don't. I mean, I think they're under the radar still. The Coen Brothers, and they make great films. Miller's Crossing is one of the best gangster movies ever made.
True Grit was fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
I think their place in history is assured.
Great. Patrice, no, not so much.
But I'm never going to get. I love them, and I need you to do me a favor, sir. Is to let them know that I don't. remember any black goddamn characters in that movie. That's all I need you to do is just say Sirs, Coen Brothers. I remember.
Text them right now.
I remember Fargo. I remember Miller's Crossing. Every great little.
There's no black people in Fargo.
No, I'm saying it's just nothing.
I mean the city.
He means Fargo.
Just what I'm saying. Put one in.
Coen Brothers are into realism, so they're going to do Fargo.
They put a Chinese guy in fucking Fargo.
There's Chinese food everywhere.
There's Chinese restaurants everywhere.
I got sushi in Nebraska.
It's hard to love the Coen Brothers like I do, and there's just no black characters in there. They've never pushed one.
They're playing the percentage.
I mean, they fucking put over Javier Bardem, this foreign guy. They put him over. Just put one black character over. That's all I'm saying.
Patrice O'Neal.
No, I'm not even saying me. I don't know if I can pull it off, but they're great. But I'm saying it's hard to stay focused. That's all.
You ever see him get upset with each other on the set? Anything like that? It's kind of got to be hard to work.
One's kind of
like
in charge though. Like it's never directed by them. It's like directed by one of them, and then the other one's like the writer or something.
Ethan writes more and Joel directs more, but they both do both. I mean, they're
amazing, man. They're damn amazing. And one of them's married to the star of Fargo,
Frances McDormand.
McDormand's amazing.
Yeah. What
a great incestuous business. I love this
made
business.
Movies before they got married, though.
They said it again.
They were making films together before.
Frances McDormand, back in. But Fargo was her big one, though, right?
She won an Oscar.
Yeah. What is your favorite role you ever did? Like, just like you go, man, you felt good after you did that one.
It's like naming your favorite child. You can't quite do that. But I did a little film called Happy Texas that I just adored. Nobody ever saw it, but I liked it. There's a Mammoth film called State and Maine. I had a great time in that. I did one of the Jurassic Parks. That was...
Yes. Right. Oh, you did one of the... Oh, I'm sorry. Holy fuck balls. They were just running out of dinosaurs. How about we invent one with a fucking... that has a smiley face and a hat and it's...
We're trying to make friends with this guy.
No, I'm saying he knows.
No, but maybe he doesn't.
Goddamn knows. What was your favorite,
I want to go back to Happy Texas, actually, because you said you liked that film. Why didn't anyone see it?
I don't know.
Is it a film that people should have saw?
Yeah, it's great. You can rent it. It's out there.
But was it a marketing issue? Was the subject matter maybe not for the mainstream? Or?
No, I think a marketing issue. And so, you can make a great film that no one wants to see.
Right.
I don't think anybody's ever seen a movie that had the word happy in it. I will say that I don't know if there's any
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Come on, man. That's not fair. I mean, because happy in serious movies always turns into something very weird. Like,
but
that's can you tell? By the way, can you tell when after you've made a movie, when you see the marketing, can you tell at this point, going, "Oh God, they're not marketing this right. This is going to tank." Can you tell? As you're sitting at home watching, if you're excited about a movie and you're watching the advertising and just the way they're marked, like, did you know as they were marketing Happy Texas, like they're doing this all wrong?
It took me a long time to get to this, but the people that do marketing do have a talent.
Right.
They're good at it. In the history of film, no director has ever said, "I love the way they're releasing my film." It's just never happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's, but I've seen it where I thought the marketing people tried to sell it as something that it's not, and that never works.
Well, my point is that it's got to be frustrating for you. You know the movie Happy Texas is a really good film, and then you see other films that everyone's seeing, and it's a piece of crap film. That's got to be just infuriating as an actor.
For a while, the independent film market was a viable market.
Right.
People would see it. But now that's... Because of the new technology, that's a mess.
We have to unfortunately wrap up, but shameless. I gotta acknowledge Joan Cusack is in this film.
She's
amazing. Cusack.
She's an amazing actress.
Is amazing.
She's still a cutie pie too.
And I'm being reminded because my girl's way ahead in Shameless. I'm 2 episodes in, and she's all in. And there's a scene coming up with you and Joan Cusack.
Yeah.
And a very large dildo, sir.
Very large.
This is how I want to end the interview.
Oh, jeez.
And Showtime, by the way, is making a real big push, to challenge the dominance of this whole.
Well, they're doing great stuff.
But there's a scene coming up there, William.
Oh, there's a couple of scenes. Wait till you see how this thing ends.
William H. Macy takes it in the poop shoot in fucking on Showtime, baby.
He's got an ass on there, cock.
Yams it up to poopster.
But it's from Joan Cusack wearing the big dildo.
I know.
This is how crazy this show is.
I knew her when she was a young teen girl. I babysat her.
I saw you do an interview where you discussed that. That's right. Thanks for reminding me.
Wow.
Yeah, Joan Cusack? You babysitted Joan Cusack?
Yeah.
And now she's giving it to you with a dildo.
Cusack.
That's right.
Cusack. Yeah,
What's her name?
Cusack.
You lucky I remember some of these white people's names. You lucky he's not William J. Macy, motherfucker. Give me a fucking break. I know who she is.
But used to babysit Joan Cusack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hollywood's a weird place.
Now she's yamming something up his keister.
That's right.
That's fucking hilarious.
And I'm hearing it's a very.
That's hilarious.
I'm hearing it's a very large dildo.
That's something.
Oh God.
But this show, Shameless, I'm telling you, it's one of the best shows to come around in a long time.
Sundays, 10 p.m. on Showtime.
On Showtime.
Goddamn, what can you say, William H. Macy? We've we've quoted you 1,000 times on and off the air.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's my deal, Rick. That whole time, the anger with the ice scraper.
I was just going to say that.
One of the best emotional scenes without a word being spoken. Yeah. Starts out just, I got to scrape my. I'm not getting the fucking money. Like it's just perfectly done.
It's a great film.
And he goes all the way through the anger to then just the way you swing it, the sadness.
You've heard it 1,000 times.
Absolutely brilliant.
I'm sure you've heard it 1,000 times. When you're sitting on that bench in front of the door answering your son about what's going on, and the dead father's in the trunk, and you're just like, okay, no, everything's fine.
I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed.
Hope it all goes away.
It's
the guy's trying to get the numbers off the burnt sienna, whatever thing, and he's just saying, okay. No, I can't read the numbers. Yeah, all right, okay.
I'll fax him. No, I mean message him.
Oh shit, it's amazing.
It's great writing.
I can't imagine. Not great writing.
There's not a weak character in that movie, man.
That's not like improvising any of that's.
No, not.
I couldn't imagine anyone else playing that though. It's
phenomenal.
You do such a great job that character just comes right off the screen at you. You do such a perfect job playing that.
I feel like it's a comedy
motherfucker.
Too.
Is there a story, sir, of how you got that movie? Is there isn't it either somebody turned it down, you got it, or you fought really hard to get it, or?
I fought hard. I was a workaday actor. I went in to read for a smaller role, and they said, do you want to read Jerry? And I said, yeah. So I went out into the other room, worked on it. They said, that's real good. You want to come in tomorrow? And I said, yeah. So I was up all night. Every actor I know was at my house running the lines with me. I went in the next day, and I read again. And because I knew not only was it a great script and it was the Coen Brothers, but it was my role.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just see. It was written for a portly, bald guy.
Really?
So it didn't work that way, but I knew it was mine.
You were such a great,
and then they went to New York.
Salesman.
Did you feel when after you did the audition, did you walk out going, I nailed that, I got that?
I did nail it, and then I found out that they were in New York auditioning, so I got my skinny Lutheran ass on an airplane. And it's not an apocryphal story. I walked in and I said, I'm scared you're going to screw this up by giving the role to somebody else. I read again.
Wow.
And I said, I'll shoot your dog if you give this role. Because Ethan has a dog. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Like, you're still like.
Yeah, I read it. It was definitely. It was bigger than the average, you read and got it. It was like they had somebody else and he just would not let him go.
Yeah, we got to go. Just one more quick thing. Was there ever any story that you even heard from the Coen Brothers as to why the character needed that money?
No. Never.
Okay, so that was never resolved.
And it's not important. I've always felt everything you need is on the page.
Yeah.
Backstory has never helped.
I think the character itself, you realize he must have screwed something up.
Sure.
And needed the money.
When was the last time you saw the movie? We could put it on tomorrow and enjoy it again easily.
A couple of years. I'll be perfectly honest. I was watching it last night.
Yeah, really.
It's got insane rewatchability. It really does.
And I'm telling you, I mean, Shameless is a great show. I'm telling you, Sundays at 10 on Showtime.
I haven't had this much fun in a long time.
It's a great show. Right. The characters and the situations, it's unbelievable.
Let's get him out of here before we get in trouble.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you, boys.
Yeah, thank you.
And you got to say it, though. You got to say it as he leaves.
Oh, yeah.
He's fleeing the interview.
Oh, yeah.
He's fleeing the interview.
He's fleeing the interview.
Why don't you go talk to old Bill Deal?
He's fleeing the interview.
And a story.
The great William H. Macy, Showtime, 10 o'clock Sunday nights. Shameless. Gonna get a quick picture of Will.
Some smells good as shit.
Egg whites, brother.
Is it? That's egg whites?
But it's on the
everything.
onion, everything bagel.
And you got to do a little Swiss cheese to make it go down a little better.
I was wondering why that shit smelled good as a damn. William H. Macy.
I got to tell you,
cool.
I saw him. Fuck, I'm sorry, I got a mouthful of folks.
And the great Triple H.
I saw it. I saw William H. Macy doing some TV, and we knew we were going to have him. And I told Ann, I'm like, man, this guy's going to be a fucking dick. Unfortunately, because we all love him. Because on TV, he came across like he didn't want to be there. Now I understand because I think he didn't want to be there because he doesn't want to do those crappy little. I'm not going to mention the show.
Yeah,
he had a great time here.
Yeah,
totally different when I saw him being interviewed on.
Well,
TV.
He's an edgy guy though. He's like
you could tell.
He goes to the nasty show in Montreal, and he's just a you know.
What's the alcohol thing about with him that you hit him with? I wish we got into that more.
He likes to drink,
and he openly admits it, right?
He likes.
When you asked him, I'm like, whoa, this could go bad. But
I totally related that too.
No,
that's exactly like me. I'm not an alcoholic, but I fucking love drinking.
Drinking's great.
And my big head already just becomes bloated. I haven't drank since October. I just had to lay off.
Wow, really? Just take a little break.
Dude, it's so easy to become an alcoholic in this business. I don't have to go to work till like 8 at night. So every is basically a Saturday. It's never.
You can just sit around in your pajamas drinking. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hung. I drank too much. Oh, I'll sleep till 2.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Sleep right through the hangover. It's gone.
But he openly admits that he likes the scotch, huh? The hard stuff.
How do you not?
Yeah, drink some.
That means he likes to get drunk.
He's got a scotch face.
When you drink certain things, like if you drink a Kahlua and milk, is like you like to drink. But if you're drinking like straight whiskey, that's like you like to get drunk.
No, it's more of a educated drinker, where you're cutting out all the bullshit. There's no umbrella. There's no mixer.
Right.
You're getting right to the stuff. You put one ice cube in the middle of it. You actually want to taste the burn.
But is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So that's enjoyable. I mean, like
yeah.
All right, fair enough.
It's like everything in moderation. But the thing is, the funny thing about scotch is the first time you drink it, it tastes like you're drinking out of an ashtray. It's the worst goddamn thing you ever had.
Horrid.
But after like 6 weeks of drinking it, you'll find yourself alone drinking one and going like, and just feeling your whole body relax, and that's a frightening moment. I've lived that.
Out of the 14 people that I gave the gift you gave me, I opened on the Louis the 13th. The Louis the 13th. I opened on Thanksgiving.
Oh, you did.
Probably 4 people like enjoyed it in the manner it should be enjoyed.
Appreciate it.
You got a shot left for me, by the way?
I have this much left. I held that shit like a baby. Like everybody had their glass, even people who didn't. I had to have one just to have one.
What did it taste like?
I don't know.
That's fair.
But I drank it down, and I said that fucking $1,700 liquor is down the system.
Long time ago, a comedy club gave me and Ann Louis the 13th bottle of bourbon. Cognac, thank you.
And how much is that a bottle?
It's 100, and depending on the restaurant, it's easily $100 a shot. Sometimes a bit higher than that, even.
If you go to a liquor store, you can get it for like $80 a bottle.
No,
like Johnny Walker Blue.
It's like $1,800. It's cheap.
It's like
that's cheap. $1,800.
It's like $1,800.
Oh, okay.
The empty crystal bottle that comes in, you could get a few $100
for
like easy.
5 or 6.
I had this thing laying around forever. I'm like, I'm never going to enjoy this, so I gave it to Patrice one day, whatever. But I always wondered what it tasted like.
I held it like a baby, but then I opened it I opened it with a little wax thing. I read the whole history, kept the box.
Yeah.
I was actually nervous having it because when I first got it, it was all your back and forth, like your teetering whether he was going to open it or not. It was all his fingerprints on it, like going, let me open it today.
I think you could clone me with that bottle.
So,
is this a special enough event? No, something better is going to happen in my life.
You know what? I should have fucking polished that before I gave it to you. He's right. There's got to be 100 of my fingerprints.
But I was wiping it, and I was like, holy, this is making me nervous. I had it put up, but I opened it. I said, fuck it, I'm opening it for Thanksgiving. Everybody got a little shot. And about 3 people, buddy of mine, I don't know if my mother even could. My mother's a wine drinker, and then the rest, it was like 3 people, and then one other guy
said, "Holy shit!"
Was a Honduras guy, a guy from Honduras who fixes my walls and shit. He's a big time cognac drinker, and he's like, "Holy shit!" In his paint pants, and he had a smile on his face like somebody that enjoys good cigars. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty.
That's why I had to pass it on. I know I wouldn't have.
But I don't know if it's smooth. I try to drink, but beer is just ridiculous to me. It's like I see how much people love it.
Yeah.
I try to drink it. It's not enjoyable. It doesn't. It doesn't go down
beer.
Wonderfully.
Love it.
Guinness is a tasty
it's
thing.
Adult soda.
Look, if I had to choose a drink,
Guinness is like an adult shake.
Guinness,
right?
Yeah.
See,
that's what it
anything
is.
I'm gonna say, that's a great
malted
drink.
milk for a tremendous.
Giving me the finger, faggot. You drink. What's the other one I fuck with?
Natural light.
What's the line? Corona. But okay, can I say a beer that I enjoy? Mm-hmm. If I ever Coors Extra Gold, I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Extra Gold?
It tastes
No, but
good.
that's the thing, though. You're allowed.
But it tastes good.
I like Bud Light.
But you're allowed your teenage beer. Like the first beer I ever got like hammered on was Michelob Light, and to this day, anytime I have one, it takes me back to Faneuil Hall in Boston, sitting in the parking lot getting hammered for the first time, and I was like 17. I hate Mick Ultra. Because everybody carries that now, and you don't have a Michelob. You have to go to like the middle of, I don't know.
It's hard to find.
Yeah.
I used to like Michelob too growing up. I don't know why, but I guess that was
just regular Michelob used to be good. That was like your classy friend would bring that by the house, a 6-pack. Because in suburbia,
how about Dos Equis?
Nah, Mexican
greatest beer ads in a long time, but I'm not really into that.
Not really into that. Fan, when I was growing up out there in Long Island in suburbia, you'd invite your friends over the house, and they'd bring their own beer, their own little 6-pack, and you'd see what a buddy would come up the stairs and he'd have his Millers. And he'd be like, you faggot, what do you drink Miller for? I got my Bud. And then another guy would come in with his Michelobs. And like you were all known for your beers.
Oh, Michelob.
Some cheap fuck would bring Meisterbrow and put it in the fridge and try to take like a Michelob. And you're like, fuck you, drink your shitty fucking beer. I'm not touching that.
So what's the top beer now?
I don't know.
Bud's got to be up there.
But something? Your standard fucking issue Budweiser is just
really Bud is so easy.
No, but you're talking like a numbers thing. This is almost like stand-up comedians. Like just because someone's selling out the Spectrum.
Yeah, because Sam Adams.
Okay, so what's a beer that people go? Okay, thank you for bringing this. You brought it to a place where everybody's drinking beer.
Heineken or above.
Still Heineken.
I would say.
Yeah. Heineken, and then there's specialty beers now
Sam
that
Adams.
you bring them. It's like Sam Adams.
Dude, Sam Adams, the amount of people that they've probably knocked off the wagon, the way they sit there with those hops in their hands and stuff their faces, like in those awesome beer glasses.
Yes.
I just sit there going, you motherfuckers, I'm trying to go 100 days here.
When
Stop with these commercials.
Jim Cook's in Germany, like rubbing hops in his hands and smelling it. And it's like, that must be delicious.
And is this still some boutique thing, or they're big time now?
They're not a boutique thing anymore, but they have a pretty small market share compared to Budweiser. But they're pretty big. I think they're doing just fine.
If you drink, and then have to go. It just seems like it's not an enjoyable thing. Like apple juice is enjoyable.
But that's like a rookie thing.
Beer.
That's like a rookie. After a while, you get used to that burn, and you can actually start to taste the flavors. And I'm telling you, that's when you start having a problem. It's like that Scotch thing. I'm telling you, it tastes like I just drank a liquid cigar, and then then it was like 6 months later or whatever, I was drinking, and it was just like, it was starting to take the edge off. I was starting to feel like Lou Grant. Remember that? When he used to have that bottle on the bottom of the like how acceptable drinking was. That was a goddamn sitcom.
Yeah, and he would pull that bottle
relax, have a shot. And just would take out like a bottle of whatever.
Honey, make me a double.
I'm scared.
Get home from work.
I'm scared for Burr, man. I think you're going to drink tonight if we keep talking like this.
No, I've gone like a long enough time. I'm not into weed. Like my girl gave me one of those pot cookies. Like weed is basically illegal. It's basically legal.
Yeah.
In LA, and she gave me one of those pot cookies. I just don't like. I feel like it's like compressing my brain. I just don't like it.
I wasn't a weed guy.
Is there something that liquor like when you have liquor? I'm not a liquor drinker, so it's like, so let's say really hard liquor with something like some kind of food, like you finish eating, and then it's like, oh, just like
brings it together.
Like milk and a piece of cake, like you go, you go, mother.
I'll tell you one thing.
Steak.
If I have a steak or something,
and a nice red wine,
a Shiraz, like a fucking nice red Australian Shiraz wine,
but not hard liquor.
No, that's
you got to go wine with.
But I'm saying
steak.
hard liquor.
Hard
Is there
liquor?
something that hard liquor is enjoyable? I just can't believe hard liquor.
Captain and Coke. That's sweet. Tastes like candy.
No, I'm telling you, the more you drink, the less you put in it. And it's like vodka, like all I want is a lime and the smallest ice cube ever. I want Belvedere. Yeah, no, I like.
But that doesn't sound enjoyable, Bill. It sounds.
Patrice, you're missing. You know what? It's good that you
I'm with
don't.
Patrice. I need the mixer.
This is
It sounds like something you do. Like people who enjoy cigarettes, you go, I get it. I do get it. But I'm saying it's.
You know, I'll equate it to stand-up. If you like stuff in your alcohol, that's like people who like a comic with like a catchphrase. You know what I mean? And like just drinking the alcohol, that's when you just like the real deal, the dude who can just stand there and tell jokes and fucking kill.
It's the Richard Pryor of drinking?
As far as like drinking.
It's the George Carlin.
Yeah, that's like the real deal. And if you have like the umbrella, that's more like the carrot top going down that road.
I was gonna say like the mixers in a drink are like the props for a prop comic.
And not only that's the thing that gives you the big hangovers when you have all that extra sugar and all that shit in there.
It's obvious we're heading this way, but let's set it up officially. This is a little dangerous, though. I'm going to name a comic, and you give me their drink.
Holy shit.
You went Richard Pryor's pretty much straight up, right?
I know Sinatra's drink was I think it was whiskey with one ice cube.
Like how about we'll go with a like a Gallagher. We'll go easy.
Gallagher's a slow gin fizz.
Is Gallagher like a slow gin fizz?
It's just all mixed.
I never met him.
To be fair to him.
No, just taking their comedy.
Okay.
See, if Richard Pryor is like straight up like vodka, whiskey, whatever.
I got to be a Shirley Temple with the red hair.
A little Shirley Temple for Gallagher?
No, for me, I'm saying.
Gallagher, if you watch him, his old school, Gallagher did some goofy shit. But he was trying to say some
political.
So I would say he has something in the drink to sweeten it up, but it's not a girly drink.
Some booze.
Cranberry and vodka, I would say he's a cranberry and vodka.
Gallagher never showed his audience that he's as intense as he is and as intelligent.
No, he tried, though. Watch his specials.
We broke him down on this show, if you remember, Patrice.
Well,
we didn't
I think
know.
He's mad at us, by the way.
Is he?
Well, because he's a fucking racist.
And he said he's mad at us because he said we made everyone think he's a racist.
Dude, I got 5 stories about him.
Do you? Oh boy,
dude!
This is why this show is awesome. We went from Michelob-like to Gallagher's a racist in like 8 minutes.
And
all right, let's hear these.
Say alleged because I don't want to get sued, but I'm just saying.
I didn't see
I've heard some fucking shit.
He's gonna hit you with that hammer
with my teeth on the sidewalk.
Or give me another comic that maybe, and then we could make a drink up for him. I don't know where we want to go with this.
I kind of like.
We all know too many people. Maybe we should back out.
Everybody's too.
Should we back out on this one?
Too friendly.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
With each other.
You're right.
Yeah, let's insult their acts. That's amazing that you lit up on that one. Oh, there's a good angle.
I'm trying to burn less bridges myself. So
yeah, I mean, but it's super simple.
I'm off the bridge
because you have some that come on, like
dude. I know the ones I want to say, and I know what the drink would be.
I mean,
And
Gallagher was a very safe.
Yeah. Well, I went obvious, but then we were going to start getting into
and I got guys out going boom, but it's like, what are you going to do? And there's people probably listening. There might be a lot of comics listening to the show.
Can we talk in code and just talk about the drink?
Or just hold up the name?
Right. Oh, yeah, that's watermelon-flavored vodka right there.
That's a faggot and rocks. Faggot on the rocks in a dirty glass, that piece of shit.
That's a fuzzy navel if I ever saw one, motherfucker. Fuzzy navel shit.
It's too much, man.
I looked at you. You looked. Yeah.
It's just because you can just go on and on.
Hey, dogs are biting people. We could talk about that. We talked about it during the break.
I love that Chihuahuas are finally. Yeah, they're finally getting exposed.
Some brutal pieces of shit.
Those little bug-eyed psychos.
They got the top 5 nasty dogs, I guess, because they're nipping and biting. And the Chihuahua makes it that piece of shit dog. I hate Chihuahuas.
Dude, it's the owners.
I hate chihuahuas.
Dude, this is the thing. Like,
I would pet a pit bull before I pet a fucking chihuahua.
Really?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
I wouldn't. And I own a pit bull. I wouldn't. Dude, they just give people dogs down the shelter with no training whatsoever, like they did with me.
I love your dog rant.
Dude, I'm telling you. No, I had to take it to this dude who used to work with the dog whisperer. The shit that I learned. I've been doing this bit in my act, like even when I used to roughhouse with the dog, when you get the energy all amped up, you got to bring it back down again. And I didn't realize that. I'd roughhouse with it and then go take it outside. And my joke in my act is I'm walking outside totally relaxed, but the dog is like walking through the tunnel at the Rose Bowl, like, this is what we play for. And I have no idea. And I take this thing down. Dude, this thing almost ate a landscaper. And I had no idea how to handle it on the leash. Dude, this is 6 months, dude. 6 months of my life I spent working with this dog trainer. Now my dog is totally cool. Totally, like, really? I didn't even realize, like, they pick up on your vibe. You just look, check it out. If you're laying down on the couch chilling, they're laying down. But if you're driving down the street going, oh, this motherfucker cut me off, the dog's in the back. Yeah, fuck that dude. Like, he starts getting like that.
Ever get one of those dogs then.
I understand.
No, I'm telling you.
I understand on a much smaller level with my son. If I amp him up too much when I want to go to bed, I'm gonna fucking pay for that.
Yeah.
So you realize, don't fucking amp him up if you want to go to sleep and the baby's
you got to wear him out so they
wear
go
him
to
out
sleep.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's sort of
but with you with the pit bull, you're fucking ramping him up and thinking he's just gonna be calm when you leave the house.
Dude, it's the best goddamn dog. Like the level with which I love this dog. It's ridiculous.
What is it again? A blue
blue nose. That's the color.
Blue nose, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gorgeous.
Well, that's the #1 dog that bites people. 815 bites in the New York area.
815, huh?
But
dude, it's not only the owners not know. People don't know. They don't know how to approach dogs. I had a dog. A dude comes up to my dog one time. He starts snapping his finger like right in her face. Is she friendly? Starts snapping. It's like, dude,
that's smart.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what would you do if someone was doing that to you, right in your face?
Yeah, you would hit the hand.
So the
away,
dog
right?
freaks out and he looks at me like, oh, pit bulls. It's like, no, you.
Right. Yeah.
I sound like one of those psychos defending pit bulls. I know they're maniacs. I realize it.
Well, they're crazy dogs.
They're dangerous. Like I said, they just look. And I love dogs, but I can't bring myself to. And I don't. And like I said, because I'm nervous. You know, I can't. I do the whole stick my hand out to smell, but I'm really.
You know what dog you know what dog I'm petrified of?
They look like sharks.
You don't see them a lot. German Shepherds is my #1.
What the fuck happens to dogs where we don't see them anymore?
German Shepherds you just don't see anymore.
Doberman Pinschers, where the fuck did they go?
Dude, I gotta tell you,
when I was growing up, I saw a lot of German Shepherds, not
somebody on my block has a Doberman Pinscher. Okay, that is the original hellhound.
Yep.
Like, if you go to hell, those are the two dogs outside the gates.
Yeah.
Like, this thing is...
But every movie, they always had to have 2 of them. Why?
I don't know.
Because they're just this shit. Dude, there's somebody on my block has one of those, and it dwarfs my dog. It looks like a pony. It's that big, but shredded. And it's got that shiny coat.
But you used to see him a lot with that cut-off tail and cut off ears.
People used to get him, and German Shepherds also.
But now, here's what they're doing a lot now.
Collies.
There's no such thing as a mutt anymore. It's a mix. And they sell them for the same price as a fucking.
And used to get a nice mutt for nothing.
Mutts were mutts, but now they have it's a German Shepherd Poodle mix, and they call it a fucking name.
Here you go. Name the dog. Name the dog that you didn't see growing up. You see a lot now. I got one.
I didn't see all of them except for I saw German Shepherd, but I never seen.
That's
Rottweilers.
so funny. There was like 5 breeds when we were kids. There was like a Dalmatian. A Basset Hound.
Triple H doing TV. Holy shit. That always makes us feel good when we do our dumb radio show and then we see the guy on TV.
And now he
got him first.
And he's being asked all these, like, golly gee,
we were just cursing.
Right.
Well, the movie is very cute, nice movie. And then William H. Macy sits next to him and he can't talk.
Dude, I got to be honest with you. I love doing those morning.
Do you?
This morning, because there's no pressure, because you know it's not going to sell one ticket.
Softball questions. It's not going to sell anything.
No, it's all soccer moms. So what I do is I always go on there and I say something fucked up because I want to catch like the 5 people who would actually come and see me.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Like that's the approach, because I used to actually try to soften it up to try to get these soccer moms to come and see me. No, they don't. They got kids. They're not coming up.
Well,
Triple H got a lot of from shoulder up. It's just a lot of shoulder. It's a lot of him.
He's like
from shoulder up. There's a lot of him, man.
He's a pit bull.
He is. He does. He has a pit bull head.
Yeah.
Like he was made for contact sport.
You should name your next comedy special from shoulder up.
He is.
By the way, we haven't said it in a while. Fucking Patrice, I'm telling you, I went to the taping and Anthony has seen it already. This fucking Patrice special is really good, and we really want to get the people watching tomorrow night.
Elephant in the room.
10 o'clock tomorrow night on Comedy Central. Patrice's stand-up special. I'm telling you, we're hoping this brings big things for Patrice. So
of course,
make sure you check it out. Make sure you tweet about it before. Let's get everyone watching. What dog though? Growing up.
That you see now and you didn't see a lot. You're saying
it might be a New York thing, but
collies. You never see collies anymore.
I didn't see Rottweilers growing up, to be honest.
Greyhounds is my answer.
Well, because people didn't feel bad for greyhounds.
You never saw a greyhound growing up on a leash.
You saw it at the track.
Yeah, exactly.
At the track.
But now they're saving the greyhounds and people are bringing them home.
A fringed outfit. Now Peter's, animals made the WWE change from the WWF, the Wildlife Federation or whatever.
Yeah.
But they save them, that's why.
And I think it's cruel because when you see the greyhounds walking around New York with some, I saved this dog fucking lady, they just look sad because they're built to fucking run. They just want to run.
No, they actually sleep a lot. They'll sleep and run, right? They'll run like up to like 72nd Street.
They'll run a
in
quarter.
like 5 seconds, and then they just sleep all day.
For the day.
I didn't see pit bulls growing up.
No, pit bulls. You never saw.
Everybody was talking about German, like dog bites, German Shepherds, Doberman Pit. They were the worst, and then Petey was on the Little Rascals. That was a pit bull.
Yeah.
Well, I found out Spuds McKenzie. I went to see about put my dogs up while I travel or something, right? And they were like, well, pit bulls we don't allow here. They're ostracized.
Jesus.
And in places where there's other dogs, they don't allow them to be in those.
This doggy racism going
on, dude. And Spuds McKenzie is more vicious than pit bulls.
Really?
Whatever Spuds McKenzie is
a bull terrier.
It's a bull terrier, dog, and they don't allow those dogs. Really? In with a, I think
that's a good-looking dog, though, man. Look at that thing.
What's your least favorite dog? Meaning you go.
It's the little ones.
Rottweilers scare the shit out of me. I don't know why.
I don't like Jack Russells. I think Jack Russells are
adorable.
Assholes.
No, I respect a Rottweiler, but dogs
I respect them, but
dogs I hate are like the little yip dogs, like the Chihuahua. And those fucking rat dogs, I hate those fucking things.
Those ones that they give the lion haircut to.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Pomeranian or whatever the hell it is.
I hate Travis's dog. That little fucking thing. What is it? What breed is that? Fucking
French bulldog.
A French bulldog, yeah.
A French bulldog. Ugh. And he treats it like a
How about
baby.
a pug? You gotta love a pug.
Pugs are all right.
Pugs are
I like
you
gotta love a pug.
Yeah,
You need a snout. A dog needs to have a snout on
Yeah,
it.
a dog needs a fucking snout.
But they have health problems, too. That's another thing. If I was going to get a dog, it's just, breathing.
They're always breathing.
No, I always wanted to get a bulldog, and the nightmares I heard. You got to put oil in their wrinkles.
Oh,
they can't fucking breathe. There's like a $4,000 operation because the flap in the back of their mouth is too big, and I was just
I wouldn't want to get a dog
that's
not,
we got a pit bull, not us personally, but in our extended family.
Bulldog, you mean? You said pit
bulldog.
bull.
Sorry, yeah. A lot of work, man.
German Shepherds get bad hips.
Yeah.
I have a dog that gets diabetes. Fucking
like its owner.
Westie.
What is that about?
Westies get diabetes.
Really? Who knew that? Did you know that?
No, but I only got them.
How do you get diabetes? They don't eat anything fucking
the
sweet
little
ever.
Motherfucker, if I have to see my dog suffer through diabetes, I'll fucking.
To be sad.
I'm telling you, dude. Dogs are. He's like my son.
That's all we had growing up was Westies.
I don't even know what a Westie looks like.
West Highland Terrier, you're saying?
West Highland Terrier, a little white one.
Yeah, we didn't.
Like that? Is that a Westie?
Yep.
No, it's a French bulldog.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. I don't know if I know a Westie.
They're on the can of every food.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's a can of every food.
Westies is the face of dog food.
That really is.
That's a good-looking dog.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's all right, man.
But I can't find any fucking body that'll cut him like a real Westie. He has a real Westie face cut.
Yeah.
But his stomach is we can't find anybody that fucking makes him look like a champion Westie.
Like the Westminster
the
Dog
Westie
Show
fade.
Westie.
He has the face.
Yeah.
But the rest
body
is,
in it.
I love my dog, man. It's like it's just painful to think about it. Like it's more painful to love a dog than it is
Do you know when I got my dog and I started talking about it on the podcast? One of the first emails I got, somebody said, "Make sure you treat it right, man." I just had to put my dog down. I'm just like, I don't want to see that day. I don't see that day.
I don't know why people torture themselves. Now, I know there's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved, bloody blah, blah.
You got a great dog situation, though,
but
dude.
I don't want a dog because first of all,
it'll make you yourself out of so much happiness.
It'll make you actually love.
No,
dude, I'm telling you, it's cheating. You're cheating yourself out of. Dude, coming home, how fucking psyched that thing is to see. You go out and get the mail and thing's psyched to see you.
And then I fucking walk in and I'm psyched to see maybe some shit or it chewed up my couch.
You train it.
I just bought a fucking $14,000 rug and it fucking tore it up.
Guess what?
Dude, what about the poor dog watching you stumbling in hammered, wondering if you're gonna fucking boot it across the room
or shoot it by accident, and not giving you a speech about it. It'll be the same. It'll be the same thing for the rest of your life. But the thing is, they don't judge. Look, man, I when I was 17, and I had just got a dog in the last 2 years. We just got dogs or whatever. And when I was 17, I came in, my mother was like, the dog was named Jack, but it was a girl. And then I didn't know it was a girl. But I named the dog Jack because I thought it was a boy dog. But it was on his period one day, so...
Oh, shit. Send me a picture of your fucking dog, Travis.
Cute. Oh, really? Oh, you're a dog guy too, Travis?
Oh,
but anyway, when that dog died, when my mother said that Jack got hit by a car and died, I'm like, I died. I cried like a baby with my football uniform from high school on.
Oh, shit.
I fucking cried like a bitch. I couldn't stop weeping. And it affected me my whole life. So I got into this weird thing where I would just, every girl I would be with, I would buy her dogs, but only so she could take care of them, and then I could just see her a couple of times a week and see the dogs, fuck her, and get the fuck on out of there.
Patrice is telling the "I've been hurt before" story.
Yes. Oh shit! I can't. I've had like. When I was a kid, cats in the family, and I know people, dog.
I respect cats. I respect cats. I'm not into them, though.
It's kind of a thing when they drop dead. You fucking, as a kid, you're just traumatized. You don't want to deal with death as a kid, and then a dog is your best friend and everything, and the fucking thing's got to die on you. Fuck that shit. I don't need that. I don't need that kind of shit. I'll just wait for family members to drop dead.
No, that's when you just tell the lies to your kid that, you're going to die someday, and you're going to see the dog, and you're all going to hang out. We'll be by a pool.
Yeah. And then they try to figure out the logistics of animals and humans in heaven.
Yeah, go into the ground.
How do you meet everybody? How about everyone that was dead?
You have a dog house. There's a dog somewhere suffering.
Yeah.
There's 20 dogs somewhere suffering. That should be running around your fucking house.
You know what'd be funny? You know what'd be funny?
Can't meow. Can't bark.
You know what'd be funny is to watch you have that Grinch moment where your heart grows a couple of sizes. That's what's going to happen to you.
Hey,
Anthony has a light in his eye.
Thank you. Hold on, we got to go back to this. We won't forget. But they're forcing Triple H to cook on TV.
Look at how angry he is. He wish he was still here talking about bad wrestling.
He's good with the knife.
He is. You want to pass me that garlic
fucking
over there?
a corpse in a funeral home.
When you have chicken soup, to get that good color, the yellow color and the red color that is so synonymous with chicken soup, I love to use butternut squash or a whole tomato.
Is it legal to put a bag of weed this big in your soup?
Right, Triple H.
That's it. You throw in a whole tomato.
Triple H was like, can I put my movie?
I put in zucchini
he wants to
because
run out
I
of
love
there.
vegetables in my soup.
All right, the kitchen sink is coming next.
Oh,
God.
And then the ginger.
Have some ketchup.
You know chicken soup is great
Triple H is
for
lobbing
the
things
winter
into it.
because ginger has a great medicinal quality, and a lot of chicken soups are made with ginger. And if it doesn't even have ginger,
nothing but
chicken soup
contempt for this
itself
lady.
is great for the winter
Look at
time.
her
And I
like,
know today is 65 degrees, and it's a lot.
Tomorrow is going to be different, Sarah.
And she's not even taking a breath with a stupid soup.
Listen to her. My daughter has a cold. Well, this no, I don't need the whole thing. This is a big piece of ginger. We just need a small piece.
She sounds like a mob informant, nigga. Like, wait, bitch, let me write it down.
Yes, this is going to take some delicacy.
Like little shavings like
this? Little shavings, you're good. Perfect.
So it liquefies in the
I
pan.
could hire you. I need a cook. I need a sous chef. I
Shut
take some
up.
kosher salt. I throw it
She
in
will
there.
not shut
and I
the
take some
fuck up.
pepper, And I say, now the chicken soup, when you're so cold and you're not feeling well,
you know what this sounds like? This sounds like a beginning comedian bombing.
Kosher and I eat kosher.
You don't want to hear the silence. You just keep going.
Rabbi the Maimonides, in the 12th century.
I take some soup and I take some
carrots,
I put it in the water, and then I boil it, and then when it boils, I pour it out.
And his understanding was, when you had an asthma or cold in the 12th century, they fed you chicken soup.
There you go.
And that's what they had.
So that's the day you started it?
It was that or put leashes on you.
Either way. The chicken soup or the leeches.
All right, so you cooked this for now, covered.
Look at Triple H. He was just like, end the segment.
That's horrible.
Wow.
What the Christ.
Sorry, Triple
But
H.
she's still talking, please. Listen to this
About
bitch.
2.5 to 3 hours.
Because you don't have the heat on.
Oh, that's right.
No, this is it. So, yeah, so I like to eat my chicken soup with matzo balls. And my 1-year-old daughter,
She makes me fucking
every
sick.
single day 'cause she loves them so much. They're really delicious. So,
It's like talking about cokehead.
What if Triple H just snapped and just shoved her face right in that boiling pot of shit?
I would love to
And the
just put her
fat
in
is
a
at the
sleeper
top.
hole.
Her soup sucks.
I like to throw the whole
Look at
kitchen
it.
sink in
She just won't
with my
shut up.
soup.
Big matzah. And
Disgusting.
by the way, no offense to Jews, matzah is the
Sucks.
dumbest fucking Egyptian slave food. Stop
sucks.
eating the food
Stop suffering.
from when you were fucking, when Yul Brynner made you eat, motherfucker. Matzah is despicable.
I'm just curious. Do I chew this part up or do I just?
There's a big bone in it.
Dog VH?
Yeah, I do.
It's
yes.
great for them. I'm serious. Save them for them. They love
Use
them.
the
They're
spoon.
delicious.
There he goes.
It's everything. But you see that piece of marrow? I
Yeah.
take a saltine cracker. I spread it on that saltine cracker. Let me tell you something. It's better than chocolate.
You know how to party.
It's better than chocolate. It's really
Somebody
very, very
fucked her
good.
and came in her. They had a child with her.
It's called The At-Home Chef with Sarah Lazary.
At-home gourmet.
Sarah
Okay.
Lazary.
Thanks so
But
much,
it's
Sarah.
okay. It's great.
Jews
Thank you,
are not
Zach.
really known for their great cuisine.
Shut it off, dude. That's like heinous.
It just gave me a headache.
He's not going to eat it, though. Wait, can we just
No,
watch
don't
him not
eat
eat it?
Eats the leeches.
Dump it over her head.
He's not going to
please.
taste it.
Isaiah Whitlock, he's in that new movie, Cedar Rapids. Isaiah Whitlock Jr.
He
Sir,
put it
welcome.
down.
That's hilarious.
He had the spoon in his hand and the bowl in the other hand, and he was like,
wasn't
like
that
doing the
shit.
thing what you do with the spoon when you cool soup down, and then he just looked at it and put it down on the fucking counter. He
Am I
ain't
off
eating that
camera? Can I
shit.
put this down now?
It's like I'm in training. I'm not eating your fatty fucking shit.
that lady
food.
made me sick.
Yeah, the marrow. I spread it on a real cracker. Oh, it's better than chocolate. Better than chocolate.
That's that shit, right? As you're a married guy, you know, and she has her friends over and they're yammering, and you just have to go in the other. And then she comes in. What? You're not being social.
Social.
You're not having a good time. It's like you're fucking
relate.
making my eyes bleed.
Can't relate to anything you're saying. Anything. Salt, you spread it on a salt scene. Really?
Yeah, Jennifer and Tom is in there. Why can't you go in there?
Tom's a faggot.
Yes.
Oh my God, you nailed
He's
it.
in there just yapping with the girls, with the hens.
I had to go to a Harry Potter movie back in the day.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't good enough. I'm at this stupid Harry Potter movie with other couples.
It's never good enough.
And then online, we're just waiting to go in. She got mad at me because I'm not socializing with these couples I have nothing in common with.
What, online?
Online to get into the you know how you have to wait sometimes for the movie to get out,
Right.
and you get your tickets early to make sure you got a seat. And I'm getting in trouble because I'm not socializing online. I'm like, what am I going to say to these people? I don't even want to be here.
Dude, I got. My girl gave me shit. We went to a Grammys party. I mean, the fact that I'm just going to that, I should get unbelievable credits. So we go there and it starts off right, and they got those divas who are the worst fucking singers ever. Right? They sing like somebody's standing on their foot. You know?
The opening.
Horrific.
So you're trying to make jokes?
Acrobatics.
So I'm making fun of it, and then Lady Gaga came out in that egg, like the womb thing.
Dumb egg.
So I was laughing at how stupid it was, and everyone there thought it was amazing that she came out in the thing that Mork used to come out of.
That's when you realize you have no friends and you got to be a loner. Because it's like, how do you not find that funny? Why do you go with the serious angle?
No, I just realized I only relate to comedians and assholes.
Yeah.
Or so-called assholes.
But why can't they see how ridiculous that is? And make the jokes too. I don't understand.
No,
that
that'll
one,
never
especially that one, that's so obvious.
Oh, yeah, when she's basically saying that Madonna song.
Yeah, express yourself.
It's express yourself.
Everyone
It's
knows.
the same fucking song.
Niceness is overwhelmingly.
Patrice, Jennifer Hudson.
What about her?
I want to have sex with her.
Who, you?
Is she delicious now?
Jennifer Hudson?
Yeah, after she lost the weight. But then Ann had to fucking ruin it for me and say the skin's probably a little
I would
loose.
think she's probably got
Good
a lot
luck to
of,
you, man.
lot of
Fat
skin.
or skinny, she
lost about 60.
very average.
You think she's average?
Yeah. Dude, she's.
I don't know what it is.
Nobody black's talking about fucking Jennifer Hudson, and that's the truth.
Why?
Because she's too mainstream? Why?
She's.
That was so dismissive.
She's just.
Nobody's talking about it, and that's the truth. End of
like
story.
you mentioned
Next.
a black girl. It's just shocking you would say that. That's just.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Really?
Yeah, I like that. I like the Jennifer Hudson.
I don't like how she used to be fat, now she's skinny, and she has like I've always been in shape attitude. It's like you should have more of a personality. You should be like, well, I'm just happy. I hope I can keep it up. She's standing there now in those weight loss things. Yeah, like she's always looked good.
This is how I've always been, man.
You know how you guys cursed me out for Janet from Three's Company one day?
Yeah.
Saying that she was one of my white girl.
I just did the same thing to you?
Yeah, but there's nobody black to go, motherfucker! So, but I will say I put somebody to take the place of her.
Okay.
This goes back to when we asked you about a white girl.
It was Adrienne Barbeau.
Found
Adrienne
hot
Barbeau.
or sexy, right?
It was Pam Smart, and I said Janet from Three's Company because she had a really juicy ass. Same qualifications as him saying everybody black that you say Jennifer Hudson, you make them literally sick right now.
I just made some black people
and they probably don't listen to the show no more right now.
That's it.
Because you fucking that's
Fair
your
enough.
representation. But
you know what?
I'll replace it with Jennifer Tilly.
Oh, that's a long fucking leap. Fucking
you upgraded big time there.
Janet from Three's Company to Jennifer Tilly.
How do you guys know these names?
Jennifer
That was a
Tilly
big
in
upgrade.
her prime.
You know Jennifer Tilly.
I thought Jennifer Hudson was Goldie Hawn's daughter. That one.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. Okay.
But this girl,
Entourage
well, that's
coming
what she looks like now. Jesus, Dan.
Yeah,
Let me
she
see.
looks terrible now.
Look at that. I mean, I think
delicious?
that looks delicious now, man.
shit.
Even with that gut thing around the pussy area, I think
the gut thing around the pussy area.
whatever that thing is,
The bunt, as they like
Jennifer
to say,
Tilly is
yeah.
fucking
You
hot.
do enjoy a sloppy broad.
I like pigs, man.
Yeah, look at her big ass.
You know, I wouldn't want to date her and walk around with her.
You
but
like that right
look
there?
Is that Jennifer Tilly?
Yeah, bending over.
You fucking how can you
Current
not
day
like
Jennifer
that?
Tilly bending over, by the way.
That she's hot, them juicy, soggy tits.
There is
that dumb
just
voice. Come on,
something
man.
in the African DNA that just says
Probably slavery.
Show me a big ass.
Well, no, Africans don't like big bitches too, though. Africans like them big, but Jennifer Tilly's hot to me, man.
Well, she used to be.
She's
I'll
hot
give you that
now
much.
to
Yeah,
me.
back in the day when
She
she,
used to
was,
be.
but I can't see
Patrice
now.
likes them when they slow down.
Like when that metabolism starts,
I like them when they
slowing
catch
I
up to them, eh?
I like to help their
Come on.
self-esteem.
Come on, Jennifer, it's over. Come on, let's
Patrice
go.
is standing at
We're
that
going
wall.
home.
Patrice is standing at the wall to pick them up when they hit it. All right,
Jennifer.
here you go. Come on, stand up.
All the guys you used to
Heckling
turn
all the
down.
hot ones as they walk by. You're not always going to look like that. I'm going to be there for you.
That's why I wish I was a vampire. Just so I could be alive when the bitch falls off. Blah, look at you now, huh?
Vampire. Yeah.
I would fucking sleep by day and look at bitches turn 45 by night.
Speaking of that, anybody see that movie, Let Me In? Good fucking movie.
Yeah?
Although I said that, and then every douchebag's like, oh, actually, the original French version or whatever. It's like, oh,
Say
go
that
fuck
shit
yourself.
all the time.
It's a good movie. I like the layers.
You mentioned a movie,
Is it a new
book,
movie?
a TV show, anything. You're an asshole. That sucked.
Yeah, you should see the original.
She's sucking dick in a movie?
Is it a new movie? She's sucking.
I don't know. It was just on demand. It was really good. Like it's a
Who's in
vampire movie, but there's a lot of levels to it where you're actually looking at a completely codependent relationship and somebody sucking the life out of somebody. There's a lot of levels to it. I liked it.
I might have to check it out.
There should be a lot of levels to that name. Like, it's just it sounds like one of those throwaway names, Let Me In.
You see any good movies lately?
But I heard it was good.
You see, well, we're seeing weird shit lately.
I'm waiting for
Catfish.
Battlefield LA, man.
Yeah, that trailer looks like.
I'm waiting for
and
that
again,
film.
it's going to suck ass. Because every movie like that I see the trailer for that, I'm like, that looks pretty cool. Sucks ass.
Did you see Brett Ratner's film?
Which one's that?
The one. Were you here when you were here when he promoted that?
Yeah, just an abomination.
He had a tough time selling it to us.
Yeah, he couldn't
Remember?
even fucking make it sound good.
That was the
What
one
was
they
it?
made on the computers. It looked good.
What was it?
The trailer looked
Oh,
amazing.
those guys did
What
the-
was it? What was the name of the movie?
It was
From
fucking piece
Rush Hour 4?
You might as well have.
Let me
Oh
say,
my God, I forgot the name of the movie.
someone to
I forgot too.
Skyline.
Skyline.
Thank you, Whoopty.
But
he had a
the
tough
same
time
guys,
selling
the
that
same
to us.
guys did the effects for Battlefield LA.
Okay.
The effects looked good. No?
Yeah. They did.
Battlefield LA.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't fucking sci-fi. It was.
I like that shit. I like District 9. The fucking.
That either was the greatest sci-fi movie I've ever seen, or the worst. Like, I'm not positively sure.
The first time I watched it probably 3 times. The first time I watched it, I was like, whatever. Oh, I get it. It's fucking Soweto. It's fucking South Africa. I understand the fucking thing. I'm getting the political implications here. But then that lead character becomes so funny watching him. The Krong, you've just performed your first abortion. It's so fucking funny, that guy. And then it turns completely. It's like fucking Dusk Till Dawn. It goes from this wacky comedy with this guy that doesn't know what he's doing, trying to get these aliens out of fucking this township, to fucking, he's like superhero. Fucking in the robot suit, kicking ass, fucking sacrificing and shit. That movie was good.
A good movie.
It was good.
But I'm thinking now, he asked me, did I see a good movie? What's going on with good movies? It's like, I don't know what's going on. Clash of the Titans was
now I watch so many
horrifying
documentaries. I watch a lot of fucking tech shows. Like, I can't watch movies. I can't watch a good fucking movie. Oh, God,
Jesus.
Opie.
Would you, Patrice? Would you?
Come on.
That's too big.
It's a picture I tweeted yesterday. I was talking about yoga. I said, for everyone making fun of me because I do a little yoga, check this out. And, they got caught with a bad picture.
But 8 asses in one.
A black chick with about 8 asses.
I'm trying to think of a
Patrice, nothing there?
No, that's some other shit.
That's some other shit going on.
Fetishy, yeah. I'll tell you another little fat pig I used to like. Remember the girl? She died, though. The girl that starred in Tom Hanks' show.
The Practice?
Holy shit, you're talking about the fucking Amy Jo Sperber?
She died?
What was her name? Wendy Jo Sperber?
I had a crush on her. I had a crush on that little fat lady. She was springy.
She was the sister in Back to the Future.
I liked her.
Yeah?
That was another weird one I had a crush on. I can't say I didn't have a crush on Janet. Who's another?
Natalie.
Picked every...
Didn't like Natalie, but I had a crush on Joe.
You like Joe?
I like Joe. She was
Joe?
hot. Yeah. I like Joe.
I like Joe.
I
like Joe. I like Joe.
She was like the one you could pal around with and fuck.
Nah, she was fucking
And I like
hot.
her more now. If I watch old, I go, what a dirty piece of garbage. I better.
Yeah, she was.
But because you get older, you certain things that gross you out when you was younger just don't. She just looked like she had a hairy, sweaty twat.
I bet that thing was a nasty, big,
Taylor
motorcycle chain grease in it.
Sound like Velcro. You just fucking dirty, rotten pig. You.
Look at Amy Jo Sperber.
I'm a big. I just had a crush on this Amy Jo Sperber, but not. What's her name? What's the show? Bosom Buddies.
Yeah, Bosom Buddies.
I got a crush on her.
How
from Bosom
ironic,
Buddies.
by the way.
Oh, dude, I recently had
Look at her. Look at this girl, man. Look at she's a pig, but it's in all due respect. I'll tell you who I'll pop to. I'll tell you who I'll pop right now.
Yeah.
It's very unpopular, but the pig of the year right now is Spooky and Snooky.
Oh, Snooky. You would fuck
that
Snooky.
piece of little garbage,
you
man.
know what? That's not going out on a limb because there's a lot of guys that would fuck Snooky.
Little pig,
but she's
man.
a little fire plug pig.
Yeah,
she is.
just a little pig. I like little pigs, man. I'm a big fan of little pigs.
That's not going to end well.
No,
that's not going to end well.
That's going to be a rough one, man, for her.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
You like that, huh?
She is just
no, I don't.
A disaster.
You don't like the body.
Like it. It's
you like
just,
what
just
she
a little
represents.
Pig.
She actually looks decent there, but
just soggy tits and some weird hips that's near her knees.
Yeah, she has the shortest legs, man.
And just
she's 4'9".
Just a little pig.
Oh yeah,
4'9".
with like D-level titties. Stuff.
She's like
a mess.
Dachshund.
Yeah, just a mess.
Horrible.
I like little messes. That's just like I guess the drink thing.
Yeah, it's just a mess.
You just like, just like enjoy a little
Patrice, the usual.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking, give me a 200-pounder with just one,
just under 5 foot,
big ass sloppy tits.
Let me think of who else is a piece of a pig that's out there. There's not that many. They don't keep many pigs around.
He's like if he was a car collector, he'd like those barn finds.
Oh, those old fucking rusted buckets.
Yeah,
and not even fix them up
with the mouse nest in the glove compartment.
Fucking yellow jackets flying out of the air cleaner.
Everything's all original. All the numbers match. No work has been done on this since it came out of the factory.
Ah, shit.
Burr.
Yeah, check it. Go ahead.
Wow,
the
ain't
VIN
that many
number's the
pigs
same on the
around.
engine block.
Well,
look at that piece of garbage. You gotta love him.
Being arrested.
But who's another pig?
That is a
It's
tremendous.
gotta be another pig.
That is a tremendous blowjob, though. I will tell you that right there.
Oh, I bet she's fucking sloppy.
Phenomenal.
I bet it's all spit.
Phenomenal.
She's like, when she opens her mouth, it looks like the fucking alien before it bites your heart
I know.
out.
Your dick ends up smelling like the top of a bar.
It's just spit and puke.
Jesus, disgusting.
But I'm not sure that she does because pigs don't do what they used to do no more. Like pigs have dignity now. It's just too many.
I don't know. I think every chick is.
No, I
sucking
think
dick now.
you'd be all right with that one.
Amazing.
I would
It's
be
amazing the amount of dick sucking girls out there now, as opposed to back when I was growing up. It was like so hard to fucking. Really?
The hot ones are becoming very dirty now
Now
because
just
they
all
can't get a
fucking
boyfriend.
Sucking dick. It's
Walking
great.
around lonely.
Blowjob is like a kiss used to be. It's like, oh yeah, am I gonna get a good night kiss? It's like, oh, suck my dick. It's fucking amazing.
You a pussy eater?
Oh fuck yeah, I'll do that for a long time, just because I'm so insecure. I want them to think like, wow, okay.
I thought you was packing Major
worked
Wood,
at
I
this.
heard.
No, I'm just insecure about myself. I'm just insecure.
Well, if you
all
got that dog and the dog like loved you to that level, maybe
I
you
wouldn't
feel
be-
better
I'd
about
feel
yourself.
better about myself.
Somebody be happy to see
I
you.
feel better about myself buying a new gun or a new fucking car.
As opposed to the sound of your alarm being turned off when you come home.
You really are a pinko's nightmare, though. You're like,
oh, I am just a horrible.
it's some
fucking-
bitch is saying, oh, guns and fucking, yeah, I can see guns, bullets, dicks. Shut up, bitch. I like guns. Guns are great.
Guns.
Wish I could get one.
Well,
Guns.
Patrice, it's a big weekend for you, brother.
I hope so.
We're all hoping because they should watch this thing.
Oh yeah.
The big thing too is you got to let them know when they're going to show it uncensored. When they do is it called Secret Stash? The 2 in the morning when they actually.
Oh right, when they show it completely uncensored.
Well, we want everyone to watch the original.
Yeah, just watch the
10
original.
o'clock tomorrow night on Comedy Central. Patrice's 1-hour comedy special. This is a really.
I just want to
fucking good
upgrade
one,
to
man.
having to have somewhere to go when I come here.
Yeah, there you go.
When I come in about 8 and somebody goes, he has to leave. I just want to do that.
You want to be that guy?
By the way, I have a
And
picture
somebody
now.
drags me out of here.
I have a William H. Macy picture now that is just like the fucking what's his name
there's your
Led
speed
Zeppelin
right
picture
there.
that you took.
Oh, with the big
Yeah,
head.
big head.
Look at there's one for Patrice right there. That girl, legs too short to wear boots, but she's wearing them anyways.
Jesus. Tweet that shit.
Look at the size of William H. Macy's head.
Let me see.
He has a fucking enormous cranium.
No, that isn't.
perspective.
That's that shit.
Forced
Where,
perspective.
where you stand a little in front.
I got a picture like that with Robert Plant.
That's how
Fucking
they made
massive melon.
Yeah, that's how they made Gandalf look bigger
Massive.
than the Hobbits.
No,
Let me see that again.
no. Robert Plant has a huge fucking
massive
head.
fucking head.
Yeah.
Can I say
and his
that's
head's
why
big.
that's might not be his perspective? His
Dick.
shoulder is
Loves
behind
how-
yours.
I know his shoulder is
I don't
behind
think
mine.
this is not perspective. He's in back of.
It's like an Escher drawing.
He's in back of Ant.
Bill Burr, where are you going to be, brother?
I'm at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey.
And I see you're starting to tweet, which is good. Bill Burr on Twitter. Big Mama Prod's on Twitter. I think that's it for now.
I just kind of hype my shows, and people are like, you don't seem to understand
Do some stuff
the
with it.
concept of Twitter. It's like, I get it. Yeah, I'm supposed to dance for you all fucking day for free.
I got to take the blame. I think I started that whole thing.
What's that?
With Joe DeRosa.
What's that?
Bitching at comics for just plugging and not like putting shit. Because DeRosa, I followed him. I think I still do. And it was only plugs. Only plugs. Now, I understand the concept. You guys want people to come down and see the fucking plug.
Good way to
And
market.
I'm not asking for a tap dance every fucking 3
Hey, I
minutes.
just saw a lady with an umbrella. I don't see a cloud in the sky. Tweet.
Fucking stupid.
I had a feeling you didn't like the Twitter.
It's just the dumbest thing ever.
You don't even want to be part of it, do you?
No, I like if I'm watching a game. If I'm watching a game, I might tweet a little bit about that. But
that's
tweet.
what bums me out. When I found out Bill Burr was on Twitter, I'm like, fuck, all right. Now someone worth following. But you don't want to.
No, he's not dancing for the
He's
man.
not dancing. Fuck.
No.
No, I do every night on stage. I get
That's
fucking
just
jump
it.
around like a jackass.
There are things you just basically observe. It's maybe not a girl with an umbrella, and
Yeah,
it's not
you
even
might not-
raining.
yeah.
But like, I'll use as an
The
example
amount
my
of tweets,
good
how
friend
many are
Jim
actually
Norton.
good?
I'll use my good friend Jim Norton as an example. Jim can be on his way to the airport. He gets to the airport. He might take a picture of a girl with a weird fucking double ass crack and have a witty Jim Norton-esque comment about it, and it's funny. And then I don't mind seeing the Jim Norton will be at blah blah blah.
Jim's a great Twitterer.
Yeah, Jim is very good.
He's very good.
He knows when to do it. You don't,
not a lot.
You don't read any of his going like, oh god, that's not funny. Or
me, I tweet a whole lot. Then I don't tweet ever. I tweet a whole lot.
You're very sporadic. You're a burst tweeter.
Binge and purge.
Yeah, binge and purge.
When I feel like tweeting, I tweet. Like then you get into little things and you exchange. But then you just go, I'm not going to force it just to.
Yeah, I don't do it. People will always say if I tweet 3 times within an hour, watching a TV show or something, people are like, okay, Anthony's drinking. Anthony's drinking. Because if I'm sitting there with a glass of wine...
I follow you. I saw you, I think you were going off on the, you were watching the Grammys.
Yeah, the Grammys.
And it's just his tweets are hilarious. Like, oh, come on, tweet. You don't even know what he's watching. You're just like, really? You got to go back like 18 of them to realize, like, what the fuck? It's actually kind of brilliant because you got to be like, what is annoying him now?
Yeah, you had to have kept track.
You argue a lot on your fucking.
It's all hostility. It's all I do.
You pick one motherfucker that annoys you.
Once again, if he just had a fucking dog,
I could tweet pictures of his little sweet face.
No. You'd still have it would take a little bit of the
edge off.
Yeah, you're playing the same note here. We got it. You're angry and you have guns. Come on.
Yeah, but
you got to be a little more well-rounded.
I don't know if a dog will do that. I don't know if a dog's going to do that.
A dog in Anthony's future.
A dog might fucking fuck me up because I like just going places. It's like, oh, look at that. We're going to Foxwoods. Oh, what am I going to do? Can someone watch the dog? Oh, I got to put it up somewhere.
That's what I always worried about. It's not that big a deal.
Why?
Because there's plenty of people to watch them.
No, there isn't.
Okay. I have a dog. What the fuck do I know?
Exactly.
No, there isn't. The sky's falling. Fuck you.
Fucking Bill is the best. Goddamn.
All right, let's start.
By the way, you fucking antisocial fucking tour there. You fucking destroyed.
Oh, thank you.
I saw I guess the first one you guys did.
Yeah, that was really fun.
And holy shit.
But I got to tell you,
funny.
Jim Breuer's bit about I'm not going to say what it's about, but his bit about him and his dad in the car.
Oh, yeah.
He's slumped over. I was laughing so fuck. Dude, that guy is a beast.
Yeah.
and Norton's bit about the hoarders.
Yeah,
and of course, it tells entire fucking set. But I can't wait to do the next one. Look at you, the plug here, April 30th, I believe. Foxwoods,
April 30th, Foxwoods.
Yeah.
And are you still with that one show ruse until it sells out, or
no? They
I know
they can't on this case.
I know you can only do one show.
They need people to understand it's one show because they don't have the room up there.
Yeah.
They're both solid up there.
It's a giant. It's bigger than the Atlantic City one.
Yeah, huge.
All right, let's start our weekends, man. Tomorrow night, Patrice O'Neal, Comedy Central, 10 o'clock. Let's all watch. And Bill Burr tonight, once again.
Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey, 8 p.m.
All right, man. Have a good weekend. We'll
End of story.